I hear the voices inside my head, see voices behind the wall, uplifting the underdog, we fighting above the law.
Can y'all hear me? Hey, Debbie, Mandy, Cool Gamer. Allegedly with Brittany. Sorry, Mystic. What's going on in the... Hey, Yorkshire. Peace from Denise. Oh, 1 second. My son's calling me. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Hi, can I call you back in a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing a show right now. Okay, love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Bye. Okay. Hi, Lo Wang, KKC, Pam's YouTube News. Is this an actual channel? I'll have to check that out. Hi, Brandy A, Cotton Candy Investigates, Chatty Jen, Melissa, Tanya, Cami, Karen, hey, Boo, Brooke, Catherine. I think people are kind of starting to be less vessels in the chat. I'm not 100%, but let's just what. Hey, Deets. Let's just, hey, Unique. I think you guys know the comments. I mean, I'm going to be watching them too. I have it pulled up on my phone too, but hey, PJ, I'm just, a friendly debate is okay. It's acceptable. Questions, okay, acceptable. Understanding that certain things can't be shown or discussed right now needs to be understood. But I think you guys know what is acceptable at this point and not. And I don't think adults need 3 strikes. Do you? Because we're supposed to be like 18 and over on here. And if you need 3 strikes at this point, you shouldn't even be on this channel or on YouTube at all. Right. Just be respectful. Reap what you sow. Hey, y'all. So I may have a special caller tonight, or I may not, but I had been speaking with Billie's sister, as it says in the title. I'm not going to say which one or do any doxing. Y'all will just have to trust in me that I've done the proper vetting in what I'm bringing you. And if you don't, that's okay, because I understand, it is annoying when people are like, I know something, but I can't show you. But a lot of you, even most of my haters, know that I've said this before and I've proven things before, right? I can't maybe do it today or tomorrow, but Cher, do you think they feel safer talking to you because you are in Canada? Well, I wasn't always in Canada, and I'm actually going to be going there. So they invited me. So I guess we'll see if they are so comfortable in person talking to me. I'm pretty sure I've proven myself a little bit right now as well. So hi, April, Mimi, Cami. Hi, Zena, Nikki, 2 polls. Is it Ellie or L? Ellie? JD? Yeah, thank you, Mystic. I was talking I got to talk to so many family members today on the phone, and the phone was passed around like hot potato. It was very, I enjoyed getting to hear what other people that surround this family say. So, and yeah. Hi, Brooks. LG. Okay, thank you. Hi, Amy. Bobby Ray. Sorry, Cher, some people on YouTube have no shame. It's what it is, allegedly. I mean, this is a cycle we see every time I touch a case, right? It just happens to get worse with every case, and I don't know why, but it is what it is. Kind or quiet. BHP and MGL will love that, well, I don't know if they'll be there by the time I get there because I've got to actually wait a couple weeks. We're in the midst of moving and I have to wait for my passport to be renewed, which takes like 3 weeks. So it's not going to be soon, but it doesn't matter because I want to go there. Let's say this case is closed and we have arrests before I get my passport. I'm still going. Because even if there's arrests, I still want to learn more about this family and their stories and the makings. I have a respectful question. How do you know they are telling you the truth? C12, that is a fair question. And that's because, I mean, is it possible that I am being conned? That is always a possibility, right? When I'm not seeing things up close and personal for myself yet, right? Just what's on the media, whatever, or screenshots or text. But let me tell you something. This is so different than dealing with Don and Candace, who I knew from the beginning. Okay, look at. I put some, like, I don't know if these are like bear ears or cat ears on tonight to be dragging some other liars around. I was like, I'm gonna do these with some cat ears on tonight just to be funny. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I just have a completely different feeling. Plus, like I've said 100 times, when I ask for something, I'm getting a very quick response. And again, it doesn't matter if the answer is something that I want to hear or all of you want to hear, or the answer even makes someone look good or bad. I'm getting an answer. I'm being sent pictures. I'm being sent conversations and screenshots that, with as quickly as it's brought up, unless they have a complete ring of people around them, and this was pre-planned for a long time and they got a better ring around them than Summer Wells people do, there's no freaking way. There's just no way. I just don't honestly think it's possible. And not to be rude or mean, I don't think that Billie is very savvy with knowing how to doctor things up on the internet. I don't think any of them actually are. Okay? I mean, hey, Ani, crimes have consequences. Sherry Pope, you're getting your thoughts and feelings of the family members without yelling at their house. Yes. You guys, I'm asking this seriously. Have you gotten more information with the crap that they've got going on right there, just feet away from them, than you've gotten from just being kind, being open, willing to see all sides? I feel like we have gotten further in this and gotten a lot more than being violent. Channel Surfer, Lil Wayne. Am I a witch? Yes. Let me guess, because I have a long nose, right? I haven't heard that since the day I was born. Fuck out of here. Did you just laugh at me?
Yes.
Okay. All 4 arrested. Yep. I saw that. Thank you, sis. Judgment only delays everything. I don't even pay attention to fake protester or rally goers. It's just another Maya Robertson style protest. I don't even know who that is, but this baby deserves justice. I want to show you guys something. Okay. And I am going to. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. Okay. 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 What was I gonna do? Okay, I want to show you guys something. Hold on. Hi, Delaney. Hi, everyone coming in. All right, I just want to show. I want to pull up something. Okay, here we go. Just want to put something in people's minds. I'm not paying attention to chat yet. Just hold on.
A lot. I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing. I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her and has lured her away from here. Me and my mother and her were planting flowers. And we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay. And I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes, I came back, and I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said, she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone. I don't go on walks around here or runs because I'm scared of the bears and snakes and even the coyotes that are around here. Well, whoever has my daughter, I pray and hope that they have not harmed her and they bring her back to us safe and sound.
Just go to the FBI, the police, and clear it up. I mean, I don't know. It seems kind of elusive.
It's really strange that I've never seen this truck and I've never heard of it until just recently. But I wish they would come forward and explain themselves. And if you're not a suspect, at least come forward and say what you've seen. She was a tomboy. I shaved my head. She wanted to have her head shaved like me and the boys did.
She tried to shave her head
She tried
in
to
the
shave her
back
head
and make
herself.
it. I think you can see it in some of the pictures, and it was getting out of control. So we decided to shave her head off and let it grow back long. And she shaved her head to so she wouldn't feel bad. And but it didn't bother her at this point. Well, I knew right away that she was abducted. You know, I knew that right away, and that's what I told them from the beginning. But they have to go through their, I forget the word.
Investigation.
They have to do one step at a time, I guess. But I'm sorry that they had to spend so many man hours in these woods and everything. I've seen them limping and everything else, and I feel for them. But I just wish there was a way that neighbors could search neighbors' houses, and then if they're not willing, get a search warrant or something. But there's just no way you can search every single.
Okay.
Frantic search for a Georgia toddler who has now been missing for 5 days. Savannah authorities are trying to find 1-year-old Quinton Simon using everything from helicopters to horseback, searching near his grandmother's home because that's where he was last seen. It's also where police were called days before Quinton's mysterious disappearance. NewsNation senior national correspondent Brian Inton is live. Brian, I know police just held a press conference a few hours ago. What did we learn?
Well, Nicole, they are now calling this a criminal investigation. It just does not add up. How does a toddler go missing from a playpen? They're 5 days extensively searching the area near the family's home.
I need everybody to help. Everybody that knows anything, anybody. He's just a baby.
Quinton's grandparents say the boy's mother's story does not make sense.
She's lied to us so many times. And I don't know, it's just bad to say, but she just likes to lie.
Police have been to the family's house before. According to police reports, family members say Quinton's mom has a history of stealing and...
Who's saying Don got out of jail early? Hey, Alex. Hi, Kelly. You haven't been on this channel for a long time. I see your point, Cher. Totally different reactions. Thank you. And if you watch more and more, you're going to see it even more and more. Why stop that? My point of even showing the video was just to show a little bit of Billie Joe and her husband. So it wasn't to actually go through the whole video anyways. So do you guys... Exactly, 2 different responses. Yes. Wow, I never heard that. Could he have been dead before the grandma left? No. No. Y'all need to leave Cher alone. Oh, don't worry about fighting my battles. Justice for Quinton, that's all that matters. Yep. Yep. Nana said his phone is working but didn't know who answered it. This is Cher's channel. She can show what she wants. Thank you. I feel bad. The brother and Billie Joe, they seem as lost as we are, I think. That, yes, I agree with that. I think they all are. Oh my God, you guys. There's been like people up in her yard again. It's... This is ridiculous. Cher, stay neutral. Please tell newbies like me. Hold on. Why is the chat big? Cher, please tell newbies like me what your theory is. Well, I have a couple theories, but I have to say that the more and more that I talk to everybody, I think that Danny is more involved than people would like to think or admit. I think that it is a big mixture of things. I do. I think that it's a mixture of young love problems, young 22-year-old with 3 kids, rapper boyfriend, also has some trauma in her life and has been diagnosed with some mental illness things. I as well as we know that there's been drugs and stuff involved, and I question postpartum depression mixed in that as well. I honestly think that this is something that how do I say it? I think that Danny and Leilani are both have their hands in it however they have it, and I think that yeah, I just think that there's a mixture of reasons of why whatever happened. I guess she's a thief because she stole like $20 and she was 21. Like, get the fuck out of here. You do realize that $20 theft, which in my opinion, this is wild. A $20 theft out there is like, it's an automatic felony. She stole, I think, a pack of cigarettes, a candy bar, I don't know. It was stupidity. It was like $20 to $30 worth of stuff. She took an iPhone too. I didn't actually read that. Everything I read was like food or cigarettes or something. I didn't see an iPhone. And if you guys are talking about the lies that Olivia told, she took a lunchbox, not people's electronics. Nope, it was a lunchbox. It was not someone's electronics. You guys need to re-listen to that, but I'm sorry, but Olivia's a liar, and many of us have caught her in many lies. I mean, she tries to convince people she found Bigfoot footprints. Okay, get real. Are you having Billie Joe's sister on tonight? I don't know if she's going to call in tonight because I know she had to get up at like 3 in the morning or something. So if not tonight, then another night. But I have been in contact with her today. Right, Brandy? You're supposed to want to hear all sides. Whose charges are those? What charges? Leilani was charged with, I think, or maybe both of them were charged. But yeah, it was a felony charge over some bullshit. That's all I know. I don't believe that for stealing a pack of cigarettes and some popcorn or chocolate bar, whatever the heck it was. I think a Gatorade or a pop too. I don't honestly remember, but from what I remember looking at, hey Frankie, I remember thinking, well, that shouldn't be a felony. Should it have been a charge? Well, yeah, like a misdemeanor or something, which it would have been in Minnesota, just a little like a petty theft type situation, which is I think a misdemeanor. I'm not really sure, but it for sure is not a felony in Minnesota. I know that. Yeah, there's no iPhone that was stolen. That's a lie. Classmate, actually, if you go back and listen to the video that the liar put out, you're going to actually hear, and people have sent it to me, it's a lunchbox. It is not electronics. And that is the shit that I cannot stand. The lies. I can't stand that they are wasting police presence and time. They want Quinton found. They want this case closed, but they are draining. Y'all are draining the police force and budget right now with your stupidity outside that house. What are you doing? This does not make sense to me. Like, what the fuck? I'm ugly. Thank you, Victoria. You sure have a great life to come on someone's YouTube channel and call them out for their looks. That is amazing. I'm happily married. I have awesome kids and many beautiful friends. And I don't know, thank you for that. You're also ugly for that. On the inside, which is what really matters the most, by the way. I mean, I'm not even going to block her because I think that just is just priceless. Let that stay, please. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Olivia chats rubbish. Yes, she does. Trying to think. Wonder if they have. Hold on. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Okay. I'm going to skim through. I'm just going to read some text messages for you. And then if you want, I'll try to answer questions that I can. But I was speaking with one of Billie's sisters today, which I'm not going to. This person does not need to get bashed, followed, whatever in that, right? So nobody, none of them. You can't stand a liar, but you take up for a thief. Okay, I take up for a thief. I do. I take up for humans and wrongful charges and things like that. And if you can honestly tell me that someone who stole a lunchbox in high school, I mean, you can't get over that, and a young 21-year-old maybe stole $20 to $30 worth of product, being young and dumb, and you ain't never done anything like that, the fuck out of here. You're the mom that shoplifts nail polish in your baby stroller, uses your baby stroller to shoplift shit. That's the type of person you probably are. Like the ugly people in here, I don't understand. It's almost comical right now. So, okay. Okay. So sister says, I have watched her go from, and we're talking about Billie right now. Hi, when evil entered. Let me skim through some of this and then I'll check chat and questions on that. Okay. I might open panel too. Okay. I'm not going to read the first one. Okay. Hi, Cher. I am Billie's sister. Please don't put my, information online, yada, yada, which is understandable, and we will not. She said, okay, I don't want people to think I don't support Billie because I do. I wholeheartedly. She is the best person. And you guys, I am not going to show the text right now. I will have to start chopping up text of what I'm allowed to show because you guys know that I fucked up as I was showing some things that Billie okayed me to show the other night while I was live with Alex. I had obviously I'm showing what, for our live stream the other day while texting Billie with Alex, and there was a text that came in as I was showing other texts that just popped up on the screen. But it's a live show, right? So it already got out there. So I need to be a little more careful in that. So I'm just going to read what I can and what I can show. Like, I just have to be a little more careful than that because I, again, do not want to be the cause of any more issues or hate coming on specific people that don't deserve it. Okay. So there's that. Okay. So everyone knows what I did in the Wells case. I'm going to stop. I'm just going to start blocking people like you. And what I did in the Wells case was never hidden. Dawn knew exactly what I was reporting, when I was reporting it. Like, if you need to actually go back and watch my content if you think that I at all ever lied to Dawn and Candace, because it didn't happen. I was always honest and upfront with Dawn. Now, when someone lies to you and you find out that it is 100% lying and you're being used to do everything other than put out what you thought was helpful and useful, but it's all lies and games, am I still supposed to support those people? Get the fuck out of here. And same thing. If I'm being lied to here, that will be known too. I just don't think or feel that I am, and that's up to people to believe or not. But that's why I wanted to show you guys the difference, because maybe some of y'all can even just see it. And if you didn't see it in the little bit I showed, please do your own homework. Please do your own research. Stop bashing the people that are actually doing it and look it up for your damn self, because it's clear as Crystal, in my opinion, to actually see the difference, not just in the families, the dynamic and what's happening, but one day you guys are going to see this shit. No matter what, you're going to see this stuff, because I believe one day there's going to be so many people looking and feeling stupid. Maybe they won't admit it, but it's going to happen. I have strong belief in that. So do you think you had poor judgment on him? Fair to say. On Dawn? No, because if you actually knew, like, I never fully trusted Dawn, but there was a few things where I did think that maybe Dawn knew less than Candace. So I was a bit easier on him for a little bit, trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, because really Mark was seeing another side too, right? But it's weird because there are times with Dawn that you like, I honestly don't know if he knows the whole thing of what happened with Summer. I still to this day don't honestly know, but there, either way, whether he knows everything or not, he's definitely helping in lies and cover-ups, and he's definitely lied and covered up and done the things that he's done. And I mean, there's just so many questions yet about Summer, but I still wonder if Dawn, if don't know less than Candace. Yeah, very possible. I'm not. How about you just don't mention Olivia in my chat again? Thank you. And that solves that problem. Thanks. It's okay if you have a different opinion. Yes. Okay, so let me get back to these texts. Okay, I don't want people to think I don't support Billie. I do wholeheartedly. I think that's because, like, just because people haven't seen some of the family and friends come forward because they're afraid of getting attacked and stuff. I think that's just like, I don't want people to think that, because, and it's because they don't want to get attacked. They don't want their jobs bothered and stuff like that. And who would, right? Because let's be honest, they are not suspects in this at all. So she goes, I don't want people to think I don't, because I do wholeheartedly. She is the best person I know and would give the shirt off of her back to anyone. I have watched her go from a young mother to being addicted to drugs to having her children illegally taken from her, and watched her fight for those kids to becoming this badass pipe fitter and amazing grandmother. I'm not going to say that part, because I don't want to mention anything about work. She does tend to run into people that know her sister. I hear stories how she helps to feed them or help them in some kind of way. And people talk about how badass she is. I literally have to tell people I'm not her when they stare at me. And Billie is loved by so many. She says, Billie has not always made the right decisions in life, but after watching her grow and become the person she is today, I can't be more proud of her. She has come so far in life. She's fun, loving, caring person. She loves everyone that comes into her life, and her grandbabies are her world. Billie would rather get hurt than allowing other people to get hurt. When we were growing up, I was being bullied, and Billie wasn't having it. She literally fought the girl that was bullying me and stopped it from happening anymore. She wouldn't let anyone hurt or allow it to happen. She has been sitting around debating on even talking to anyone because of my clearance. but I have to talk about. Okay, well, I'm not going to bring that up. Hold on. We're not, okay. Okay, there's been people, I'm not going to say who, but she pointed out some people that she's kind of tired of hearing bad mouth Billie on the internet and on the media and stuff. And she was like, I just can't bite my tongue any longer. See, I'm trying to be very careful because okay. Okay. Oh. So there's a specific person that this family member thinks may have had a little obsession with Quinton. And again, I just want to be careful right now. Okay, so she thinks that this person had a little obsession with Quinton, and it was kind of scary. I don't know what I'm. Okay, hold on. I might have forgot to send her the link. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry. I don't have my shit together tonight, but it's a lot. Okay, so let me go back. I gotta go. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to send her the link. Damn it. Okay. Okay. So I was. All right. So there's a person that the sister feels was a little obsessed with Quinton. It kind of got to a point where even Lilani was like, no, like my son kind of has to stay home tonight. So like I want to just make sure, because I don't want to, but yes, there was a specific person that they felt was a little too obsessed with Quinton. Okay, yeah, I don't know. It was a little scary. Okay. The abuse, I can't believe at all. I've never seen anything on Quinton. You guys, and I have to say, I can't. Well, I think I can show some of the pictures of Quinton, but I've actually been shown some of these pictures that people are talking about. I have them. I can't show them of the other kids though. No, you guys, the things that I have, I literally cannot show. Even pictures of the other kids that other people are trying to say is bruises and stuff. And I literally know and can see and blew it up. If you want to call my husband a liar, you can go ahead. It's not. I have pictures and pictures of all of the kids, and I have yet to see one that they look beaten in. I don't know. I just gonna say that out there. So again, you have multiple people around there saying that they didn't witness that. The friend that went on the news because they were stalked while out to get dinner even said, I ain't never seen that. So again, this sister says the abuse I can't believe, like at all. I've never seen anything on Quinton. And if that babysitter, and I can't show you guys pictures because there is actually a legal gag order on the siblings. And again, we have to respect and not say their name. So if people want to do that, that gets deleted in the chat. Thank you, mods. Please watch for that in future shows. For this is, you know, there is a legal gag order, and I verbally agreed to abide by that gag order, as well as, you know, other things that they don't want me to show right now, which that's what it is. And I'm just not gonna, like, I'll find out what I'm allowed to actually show of these text messages, or again, this sister may do a call in, like on the phone, at a different day. But just let me make sure what I'm allowed to share of these and actually show you guys, because I can't have another accident where, you know, if Billie texts me and it's not supposed to be shown to the world, that, you know, I have to be a little bit better. Okay. Okay, so the abuse they can't believe, and if people were so concerned, why didn't they call DFCS? I'm sorry. People shouldn't be on Facebook Live videos or TikTok videos. Yeah, some people, as soon as they hear anything from the news or someone else, they're getting on their Facebook and blasting. They're getting on their TikToks and blasting. They're getting on their YouTubes and blasting. Yeah, that there needs to be heat on others. Okay. Well, it's actually not clickbait. If you read the description of the video, it said there may be a call in, there may not be. And again, I would show some of these. I was planning on it, but last minute there was another mistake that was pointed out to me. So, which was actually as I'm live. So I changed how I was going to do it last minute. I apologize, because yeah, I want to abide by the promises I made. So fucking sue me. Okay. So she says, my sister does not deserve this at all, and it hurts me so bad that this is happening to her. I want whoever done this to come forward, even if it was Leilani or Danny. What they are putting my sister through is really hard on me. I can't even go to my sister's house because of the crap that's going on over there, and I'm not sure that I wouldn't lose my shit on my niece. So here we've heard from multiple loved ones who are not, in my opinion, trying to unpoint fingers. What they, in my opinion, fairly want is more than just Leilani looked at. And that is fucking beyond fair, because that other person that should be looked at was also one of the last people to see Quinton. It's all over the place because I'm being careful what I say. If you don't want to deal with it, click off instead of being an idiot, because you'll just get blocked from now on, instead of leaving a stupid ass comment. Because there's only a few of you, because most people understand that I'm trying to keep my word here and not fuck up anything. And if you can't get your head around that, good fucking bye. But I had 2 accidents already, and I don't want to keep having them. Period. Please slow chat and pronounce those. Oh, is it getting crazy? Okay. I'm such a bitch. Aw. I'll be a bigger bitch. I'm gonna block you now. And I know I'm a bitch. It's tattooed on me, just so you're aware. That doesn't hurt my feelings. I have it literally tattooed on me. I know it. Hi, Angela. Okay, so I will go through a little more what I can share. And again, I will share what I can of the conversation after I just double check what is okay. is it, I mean, if that's not fair enough to you guys, I don't know what else is. So that's it. All right, let me keep going. Okay, here it is. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can't share that. She is truly a blessing to many people. I wish I could have all of them tell you, but I don't personally know all of them. Even people at the jobs. She's met some of Billie's friends like only once or twice, but every time she runs into someone that knows Billie, she like gets told all of these amazing stories about Billie or how she's helped people in different ways. And I've experienced that like her worry about other people getting this hate and stuff, like other people that are supposed to come to the house, maybe to drop off groceries or buy a camper because she can't go to work right now. Because if she went to work right now, work knows exactly what would happen and they don't really want that disaster there. And do you blame them? So yes, she had to sell her camper. Which reminds me, I'm just going to show that again because the lie is going around. Let me show that. Let me just make sure that as many people as possible can see that Lil Lonnie was not in the damn camper, because that was ridiculous. Again, wasting police time sources when their whole bitch in campaign is having them do better to find Quinton. But here they are wasting law enforcement time, resources, jail cells, all of it. Let me share my screen again. Sorry. Bum, bum, bum. And I can take this off. Okay, what's that? So all family denies. Oh, it just disappeared. The family is not actually denying anything. They just want another person investigated too. And again, if people don't understand that, this is probably not the channel for you. Neither is true crime, because if you can't understand or get it through your thick fucking skulls that everybody around Quinton should be investigated, including Danny, including the babysitter, who, by the way, has still an open investigation on her. Not sure that anybody yet has been cleared, including the babysitter, including Danny, including Lilani and everybody else, if you guys want to include them up under that house, maybe. There hasn't been any clearance of anyone. And I want to repeat something for people. Who's wasting all the time? Everybody outside that house that keeps calling the police over there to get arrested. We're not calling the police. The ones who go over there and are disorderly conducting and mobbing and rioting and trespassing and bashing on windows and doors and breaking the law and making this a fucking circus. Because what do they want? Come out here, news stations. Come out here. Come out here. Come out here. Get me on the news. Oh, we got YouTubers that want to pay for our stuff. We're not going to get in trouble. And if we do, it's going to be all paid for by Bullhorn Betty and Dolly Vision. So who fucking cares? Let's go get locked up, y'all. But guess what? They offered publicly to pay everybody's shit, right? Somebody is going to run out of money mighty fast when all these people come there and expecting their bonds and shit to be paid, probably their tickets, their court fees, everything paid by these YouTubers. And when it doesn't, I'd be watching for lawsuits on your asses. Because if I was a pissed off protester that went a little too crazy trying to, impress some YouTuber that was egging me on, fucking right. If they didn't pay my bill when they promised to, for me getting in trouble for something that they told people to come and do, yeah. Crazy. You're locked. Bye. They're all dropped. No, they're not dropped. They just didn't go to jail. They're not dropped. They still have fines and shit to pay. So obviously Mark, my husband, made that video because now personally I was like, I don't know if I should show that because I know people are gonna see, oh, like here she is sweeping the floor. How dare she sweep a floor, you know? But when someone's being followed that has nothing to do with any of this because he bought a camper and he's being antagonized and followed and all of this bullshit, they were like, no, just post it. And I'm like, I didn't want to be honest, because I knew exactly what people were going to do with that clip. Some have, but many were like, oh, they see the bigger picture, like, oh shit. Do you guys see, like, there's so many lies, stupid lies, big lies, little lies like that I see that these creators are putting out on purpose for ka-ching, you know, Cash App gang gang, that I could literally dispel, and I can't. Shoot, they won't let me right now. You cannot understand why I would defend these people. You were just being nice yesterday. You were an asshole the day before, nice yesterday, and you still can't understand why I'm defending them? You honestly have not seen enough of why maybe? No, just a little? You can't see that? Yeah. Cher, I am sorry I had the wrong impression after watching the interview last night. You are doing really well. Your content is honestly not rumors. Thank you. I have shows where I dabble in like the crama world, right? But it's always separate, right? It's labeled hot topics, whatever I put the label as, right? There's a time and a place for that kind of bullshit and for me to drag people in that, but get real. I don't know why. I think I'm getting a little more hated than I did in the Summer Walls case, but I just, trust me, I'd love to let people know that they can, like, know the deal here, but I, again, made a promise. Or trust me, I'd be having some content on here. My October wouldn't look so bleak on YouTube, but I've been trying to do my best at sharing what I only said I would share, and nothing more that could damage anything else of anything else. Slow the chat. It's moving way too fast. Yeah, I do see that. And don't worry for the people freaking out. I will change the title later. Okay. I time people out and then they go in my comments of something. Why are you timing me out? We're actually not even timing. There's people being straight up assholes in here and they're not getting timed out. So chill. All right, let me slow it down a little. Like, how much more, you guys? I'll do 25 seconds. I know people hate the slow mode though, that's why. Okay. Now let me pull it up on the YouTube. Okay. Watched the live last night. Thank you, Heaven Reigns. And I really liked hearing from Michael. I like how you looked at all the angles. Thank you. And that's what true crime is supposed to be about. And TC with Dippy and friends. Welcome to the Crazy Train. Choo choo. I appreciate you. Sis, please. So, oh yes. Oh, thank you. Cotton Katie's. Hey Thor. Hey my mods. Yeah, let's try and be nice. Let me see. Can I? Let's. Maybe I should just take some questions. Or you can come in here because it's getting crazy.
Yeah. Good job, mods. Putting in that work tonight.
Are they? Have you been
Oh,
watching?
yeah.
So they're doing good.
Oh yeah. Things
Oh,
are
okay.
getting timed out and deleted left, right, and center.
Hey, well then there you go. So there's some stuff that you read between me and the sister and Billy Joe. I'm trying to be very careful what I share because I've had 2 accidents and slip ups already. So people are like, just be careful. And I don't want to have another. And of course they're on edge. Can they trust people to keep their word? Who wouldn't be? Anyone in that situation is going to be worried about everybody. So, and that's understandable. Plus, I know they have probably a million people like, beware of her. She turned on the wells, which is not true. I didn't never turn on the wells. The wells turned on themselves. But again, if you all wanted me to continue on my content, knowing that there was lies going on and games and manipulation, and you want me to continue publicly supporting them and feeding lies, that says a lot about y'all, not me. That's bullshit. And I'm pretty sure if Billy and I have talked about it. If she lies to me, I think she knows that I can't hide that, nor would I. And same that beard looks like a giant pine cone. Yeah.
Fair enough.
And I don't think they're lying to me now, Lalani family. Not with what I've seen. You guys have to remember there's things I've seen that I can't show you right now. And yeah, I fucking hate that. That's right.
Yeah. There are things that they requested that Cher not.
And there's things you've seen.
Yeah.
And there's things I just can't. I can't. I can't. And I know that sucks. Trust me. And I understand there's going to be, they're already like, this is like, you don't know what you're talking about. This is so stupid. Da, 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 da. My dad needs a wrench. Wait, my dad's in here?
Is Papa Cher in here?
No. Is he?
I don't know.
He should be wrenched if he is. Wait, no, stop. Is he? Or are they just saying because his picture is on my picture?
Oh, no.
He figured it out.
There he is.
Oh shit. All right. If I give my dad a wrench, y'all in trouble. Holy shit. Dad, you just shocked me. Somebody helped you get on here, didn't they? Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm also going to give Hummingbird one because I saw Hummingbird getting the wrath for defending.
While she's doing that, I just want to say that, yeah, I know a lot of you feel a certain way about Cher supporting these people and whatnot, and I get it. There's a very real chance that one of them is a murderer. The fact is, we don't know.
Or
anything.
had a hand in some of what happened.
Yeah,
in a murder.
but we don't know 100% what happened. So what is the problem with trying to get information? Isn't that better than just standing outside their house screaming? I don't get the rage. I just don't understand.
You can ask questions without getting timed out if they are respectfully asked. That's all we ask of people. It's honestly all that even the family has asked of people. Fueled by Coffee. Did you get my email? Can you not say it publicly? Will you did you I had a question for you. I just didn't know.
Yes, the police have evidence. They don't have enough to make an arrest yet.
And again,
we're hoping they will soon.
I don't understand what they think that they're hearing. Okay. Thank you. Billy says, as long as I don't show certain names, I can show the text messages. So again, because I don't know what could be texted to me while I'm live, I'm not going to flip my phone and show. What I will do is get what I can together between tonight and the morning, and I will share it on a community post for everyone, not just members, publicly. But yes, I will have to make sure that I am abiding by the rules that I verbally agreed to, whether people like it or not, of what I share of them. So if you see them cropped and chopped, that is for a purpose. That's it. Screenshot and blackout names. Yeah. Well, yeah, but I'm just not going to do it live, because if she texts me again and it's something that isn't for all and maybe just for me to see, I'm not going to do that live again. That was, I wasn't thinking. I didn't even think about that. So, and I don't want to do that again. I rock the YouTube world. I don't know about that. I am, again, most hated on YouTube world.
Yeah, she seems to always somehow fall into that role.
Oh, Vexing's not on.
Cherry and Max, thank you.
Yeah. I this is exactly a conversation that I've had with family and friends there, that they are not going to ever turn everybody's mind, but some are. I've gotten some very nice messages that, by the way, when you all email me your thoughts that are respectful, or the nice messages, or maybe even you don't agree with everything from the family, but you know, you want to show support in this situation or that situation, I do forward things like that to the family, so that they at least have something that's not nasty to look at.
Yeah.
From people.
Thank you, Cher.
So if you have anything like that and you would like it forwarded, we have no problems making sure that they see things that are not nasty, that are not helpful to the situation. Maybe that give just a little bit of hope for closure to the situation, no matter what it is. I don't know if you haven't heard by now, not just from Billie, Lilani's brothers. I've personally heard from, I don't even know how many people today. The phone was passed around like a hot potato, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I spoke to many friends and loved ones of, and there's different last names. I'll say Billie's, Quintons family loved ones. I don't want to just say like the Howells, the Simons, because I don't really know, but many people. And it's all the same thing. And I have to tell you, not one single person said that it's not at all Lilani involved. And I just don't understand like why people think that she's so coddled. I don't think any of the people that even pinpoint Lilani the way they do, halfway, full way, whatever, however much they think she's involved or not involved, right? That's not fun to pinpoint your niece, your sister, your daughter, your stepdaughter in it at all. You don't want to do that if you're these people, right? You wouldn't want to do that. So that's got to be hella hard to even pinpoint Lilani at all if you're these people. So I feel like that shit should be cut out. Like if I was going in there and they were telling me Lilani is not involved in this at all, she has no hand in it, and we heard from Lilani, people can say it wasn't Lilani, it was people making shit up, it wasn't really Lilani, whatever. We know it was. We heard her. I know Lilani's voice. I've been on the phone a few times. We know what her voice is. Like I know who I'm talking to. I've got videos sent to me, you know. So yeah, I mean, I know who I'm talking to, but that can't be easy. Can't be easy for even Lilani. Like I'll turn myself in, and maybe she doesn't remember. I think I can share. I know there is a little bit of confusion with what do you mean the FBI told her she doesn't understand, because I was even confused saying it, and I saw a lot of you like, what does that mean? What does that mean? It was better cleared up for me actually after the show, which I'll tell you, it's that the FBI thinks that she had like that maybe she's not remembering everything. Do you remember what they told Candace, that maybe because it's a traumatic situation that she's just not remembering everything right now? That's what that's what they mean, is that the FBI is saying, you know, there was a traumatic experience, you aren't remembering everything correctly right now.
Thank you, Patty.
That's what I'm understanding from it. And yeah, that's how it was cleared up. Was your comment deleted? I'm not sure. Thank you, Patty Ponytail, Sharon Tuck,
Yeah, if
And
your comment gets deleted, it could be by accident. The
there
mods
might be
are
an accident.
really working hard to get rid of all the haters. So
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's sweet. But I want you to as well. Hi, Conspiracies, Alex. So I'm just going to open the panel. And I will let you guys up if you be respected. I can quickly boot. And I'm actually probably going to be pretty picky who I let up. So just so you're forewarned, I probably have to know you a little to know. I almost ended it. Whoops. What am I doing? Invite. Did I already do that?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
Yeah, and you don't have to agree with Cher's stance.
You don't
You
have
can
to.
debate. Just be respectful. Bottom line, she should have already been arrested for probation violation. What would be the violation?
What's the probation violation? Because she has no charges right now. Did a crime occur? Yes. Do we know what that crime 100% is yet? No. The probation violation comes after there is a charge on what's going on. Let's say, okay, so she got a probation violation. That's going to be after, let's say she got let's say she got a child abuse charge out of this. Let's say she got a murder charge out of this. That's when she will have if I'm not mistaken, that's when she will have the probation violation. Because right now she's not charged with a crime.
And someone said testing positive for drugs, but her last test was clean.
Her last test was
She
clean.
Didn't test positive.
Well,
I don't know if she got tested before then, but her most recent one was clean.
Yeah, her most recent one. I think she did have drugs in her system October 5th. I think, if I'm not, yeah, because we were told that. And I think we already shared that. But we just asked Michael last night when he said it. I don't remember the date. It was just recently, and she passed it. She's clean. So I'll get the exact date when I go back. I can go back and watch it tomorrow. Yeah, Brandy, I see you.
Probation too. All
right, I see you guys. If you don't mind, I'd like to let you guys up one at a time because I don't know. So, hi, Brandy.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, so good. How are you?
Doing all right. In the midst of dashing, no.
Okay, so here's what I think happened with people who are asking about why Billie Joe posted what she did on Facebook about my daughter done it, he's in the landfill, yada yada. I think what happened is because law enforcement came on the news and said that they had contacted the family and informed them that they believed that he was in the landfill and they believed that Lonnie was the suspect. I think at that point, when she got that phone call is when she made the post on Facebook, is because that's what law enforcement was telling her. I don't believe everybody thinks that Leilani confessed to her mother, and I don't believe that's the case. I think it's, she got the phone call from law enforcement, and that's when she put on Facebook what she did.
I actually always thought that as well, but I just want to make sure.
And that's being blown all over Facebook, or YouTube, that, is Leilani that confessed to her mother, and that's why she posted it on the Facebook. And nobody has said that that's why she posted that. Nobody has made that statement. They're just taking what they feel and running with it.
Yeah. And I've thought about, like you said, the law enforcement said, well, we have this. And then she got upset, like, as you've seen in the news, like, there might be lies going on here. Like, it's not good to say, but sometimes she lies. Sometimes she's stolen before, right? So they don't know. And that's why I see another reason why I kind of back her too, because she nobody wants to pinpoint. And yeah, they were like, she's a liar. Sometimes she steals. And also that kind of goes with, how she said what her theory was about a bath, and everyone's taking that and running with it. I don't buy that. She didn't say that's what she thinks. It's just a thought. And if you don't think that you would have multiple thoughts being her and wondering, especially when you're not getting the whole story from everybody either, you're going to probably have all kinds of different theories in your head too, and trying to figure it out.
Well, I think the only way that the bath theory could come into play was if the bath was the night before. And I think Billy Joe was probably home the night before. I mean, surely they wouldn't be giving a child a bath at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Well, but I think she mentioned that when you're doing cocaine and stuff like that, you're
Right.
not on the same time. You know what I mean?
That's true. That is true.
So that's all I can
All right.
think with that.
Okay. Well, thanks, Cher, for letting me up. I'll hop down and let somebody else come up.
Okay, thanks, Brandy, and I'll double check these questions with her as well. So I'll be watching for that.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Bye. Or hi, Wandering Hearts. Bye, Wandering Hearts.
Do you want to pass me the headphones?
Yeah. Sorry. Our busted ass headphones. Okay. Dippy. Hi, Dippy.
Hey, Cher. Hey, Mom. Hurry up. Sorry. Why does that happen as soon as you come up the dog wants?
Everyone gets tongue tied. See?
How are you guys doing?
We're doing all right. How are you?
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. Oh. Thank you, mods. We don't mind a dog barking in the background. Don't you worry about that.
I have 13 of them. I think you would.
Holy shit. Yeah.
That's a lot of dogs.
So, after watching your live this morning at 5 o'clock from last night, my mind is like twisted on this case now. Because, with the law coming out and saying that she was the primary suspect, but Danny took off awful quick. That's kind
of primary, not only. Yeah, we'll play that later.
Primary. But do we know if Danny came back to North Carolina? Or if he's in Atlanta?
I'm not too sure where he is.
He's in
I think North Carolina.
Yeah,
okay.
Where his mother lives, I believe.
From where I'm sitting on my front porch, 30 minutes from my house, his town.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
I pray. I just pray that, that Scooby-Doo troop does not come down here starting like they're over there doing. Because every single one of them will be thrown in the jail. Because Harnett County does not take protesting very kindly. Even if it is for the baby, during the day it'd be one thing, at night's another. Mm-hmm. That's disturbing the peace no matter which way you look at it.
Mm-hmm. They told me today that they're going by shifts, that there is not a time, night or day, that there's not people out there. They're literally taking shifts.
I don't understand why Chatham County is letting them do it so late at night.
Well, they're starting to clamp down on it.
I'll tell you right now, I think by the end of this and there's closure, I think you might see some family members trying to. Do you remember the bill that was passed after they did all that in Florida at the laundries? I think you might see the family try to work on something like that in their area.
I just hope. I want them to leave them alone. Now, I'm never going to say, I'm always going to be innocent until proven guilty. Me and Mr. Matt have this out all the time with Summer's case. I'm always going to be innocent until proven guilty through the court of law. Like, you show me facts and I will be on your side. But until then, I'm neutral.
Yeah. And that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I believe that Danny should be looked out just as much, even though that she was there, but he took off. That's weird.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, you guys,
It is weird.
And then Michael said he had like no emotion or something like that during.
Well, yeah, he
before
didn't
left.
have the. He said to one family member that he has all the answers.
Yeah.
And then he just left without telling anybody.
But he also drove by again at like 8:20 in the morning. So again, I know some things with that I don't know if I'm allowed to share because of the investigation, but I'll tell you right now, like, nah, fuck it. I'll tell you right now. I have witnessed and I know he's lied to everyone, including Law, and that will come out. And that's why you hear, in my opinion, we are hearing Leilani is a prime suspect, prime, not only, because I think that
they hope they can touch right now.
And something will happen. Yes. Do you think Liliani would want to take all of this trouble herself? Will she talk? Will that scare her into talking, thinking she's going to take a charge all by herself? Like, I don't know, but they use a scary word like the primary suspect. But I keep telling people, and I've been timed out for this because nobody wants to hear it. Prime suspect is not only suspect. I don't know what people don't understand about that. It's two different things. Makes my head hurt.
Well, I also saw somewhere, I was scrolling through the street earlier, and I saw somewhere, I can't find that video again. I don't know if they took it down or not, but it said that Michael was also Corey, and then they had question mark, is it her dad? And I'm like, are you kidding me? That guy is not her dad.
No,
Like,
we saw him. He's not old enough to be her father.
no way. No way, shape, or form.
Oh, I saw that going around. Yeah, that her Billy's stepson or son is Liliani's dad. Get the fuck out of here.
Like,
They're 7 years apart. How does that work?
I guess, you know, Cher, how some of these YouTubers are, like some of these creators make the ones that are actually like me and you out here trying to find answers, they make us look worse and make us the target because we're not on their side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to mention no names. I just call them the truth.
Yeah, we don't need to. We don't need to.
They're just, it's crazy how like they're just assuming. All we hear is what we hear from the news or that stuff going around. Like, that's not something that I want to believe. I want to know really what happened. Like, if she doesn't really know what happened, then I mean, because it may not have nothing to do with her, like you said. She could have woke up and Quinton, just whatever happened before she woke up.
We don't know. There's so many possibilities that could mean that. I'm not saying she's not involved at all. I'm just saying I do have some thoughts that maybe she woke up to something and then had to help cover something up because somebody else done something or an accident happened while she was fucked up and sleeping or whatever. I think that there is still a few things to look at.
Well,
just not Leilani alone.
I remember in my younger 20s when I used to do powder a lot.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember losing my memory over it.
Younger 20s, y'all. But is that on top of having depression, bipolar, cocaine, Percocet, maybe drinking, you know what I'm saying?
But
all of it combined.
You know, if I drank, I couldn't get high off of anything.
But each human is affected differently.
Yeah. So, I mean, but I've never had like the only time I ever had a blackout time, honestly, and I don't tell many people this, is when I accidentally took Xanax thinking it was my muscle relaxer. And I fell asleep. I thought I fell asleep for 6 hours, but I was on a trip that like I didn't remember anything. I thought people stole from me. I thought, I just didn't get, I don't know what it was. I woke up like, oh my God, what happened? I didn't remember shit for 6 hours.
Yeah.
So it was like a blackout. So it could be a possibility if she was on prescription substances. But I also seen where everybody's still screaming about Billie Joe not leaving the babies with her. But if they didn't watch your thing last night, or if they did, they should know that she didn't have any. She don't have any custody papers on it, and that was one of my mistakes, because I thought she did have the CPS did it. It was through courts and CPS. So I went back and retracted some of my videos I made on it, because I'm not going to sit here and say that she's guilty if we don't know the facts. And with Danny leaving the way he did, I believe he has more into it than her. And they may be looking at him as well, but because he's in a different state, I'm telling you right now, North Carolina is not a state to go and get anybody. So even if they arrested her for violation of probation up there, North Carolina is not going to go get her for 2 packs of cigarettes, a bag of popcorn, and a soda. They're not going to go up there and get her for that. It's just not going to happen. Like, I know a lot of the people, like the probation office, the courts in the county that she's on probation in. And I was going to dig into the probation thing with her, but then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I don't like digging. I really don't. I don't like going back into people's personal lives like that. Like, if I find out, I find out. But that has no bearing on what the case that's going on right now. Unless it had reference to this case, but stealing has no reference. And can you answer one question, please? And then I'll get down, I promise.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll try.
What is this bathtub rumor going on? I've never heard nothing about it.
It's not. It's just a theory Billie discussed. That's it. Again, I explained that if you're in a position like she's in and you're not being told full truths, you're going to have a lot of, did this happen? Did that happen? What about this? What about that? So I think she's just getting beat up for voicing different thoughts that goes through her mind. That's what I think that is.
All right. I got you. All right. Because like last night it came out, or in your live last night it came out, I saw people talking about it. I'm like, what?
She specifically said right on there, and if people go back through my shit and read it, it says, I have a theory. They're leaving that part out.
That's what I meant, a theory, not the rumor. I didn't never heard the theory about it, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, just that, they were kind of fucked up and on, drug time, and gave him a bath possibly, and something bad happened and they freaked out. That was just a thought or a theory that has ran in her mind.
Gotcha. All right, well.
And Leo, I do think that there will be a closure to this. Yes, I do.
I just really wanted to know about that and the
Trulia.
Michael relationship or whatever. So, and let you know that North Carolina ain't gonna go get her for that. They ain't gonna go get. They won't. They're all about money down here. They're not going to spend the money if they're not making it. So,
okay.
All right. Thank you for letting me come up.
Thanks, Dippy.
To you guys.
You too.
Hey, Cher.
Hey, Fueled.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing. How about you?
You're busy.
Yeah. That's okay, though. It's good.
Well,
if I can help with any rumors or at least help people try and see the fuller picture, at least ones that care, then that's all that matters. Well,
it's kind of like the last lady just said. I heard about this rumor, heard about the bathtub. Some creators, I think I saw at least one who actually put that in the title of their video.
Yeah, that's kind of why last minute when I'm like,
that's where they're getting that from.
Yeah, I want to be more careful now. I don't want to be the reason that there's more lies or rumors going around on this family or people.
Believe me, I know. And it's like you can explain yourself all you want, but it doesn't matter. People don't listen.
I've done it a million times just today, and half the people don't get it, and that's okay. But fuck, the other half are giving me a legit migraine.
Exactly. Okay, so I have a few questions. I don't know if you have answers or if you are you like texting with her now or
I'm always talking to her.
Okay. Because I mean, as I've told you before, I'm a grandmother like in the exact same situation.
Yeah.
And
can I ask, are you collabing with anyone or working with any other creators?
No.
Bullhorn Betty?
Nope.
Okay.
No, of course not. I can they're already on me in chat. You know how it is, right? People, they feel threatened. or especially if you have spoken out against them for lies and slander, they're not going to like you and they're going to cause trouble for you. But I'm not here for that. I'm not here for them. Okay. I don't want drama. I'm here to speak to you, not them.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, I follow Betty. Yes, I love Betty. Yes, I love Olivia. Just like any friend, I speak openly and frankly with them. Very frank. We do with each other, and it's a great friendship. It's a blooming friendship. You know, just met him a couple months ago. I've only been on YouTube for a couple months, so 2 or 3 months now, maybe.
Yeah.
And you know, we're all free to like who we like, you know, and be friends with who we like. This isn't middle school or high school, so some people really need to just grow up and stay in their own lane, right?
Yeah,
and not worry about what everybody else is doing. Just focus on your own channel and your own life and leave other people alone.
Can I say, AB, I'm sorry. I know you're just being a dick right now, like in a funny way. And that's, yeah, that's your thing. It makes me smile. I'm not trying to be an asshole. No, but that's funny. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, I have heard so many people talking crap about the girl who did this, who brought you on. Like, why not? I would have you on in a heartbeat. I would have the grandma on in a heartbeat. I would have anybody on, because if we're not doing this right here, if you're not willing to do this and speak to all parties involved in a respectful, curious manner, wanting to get to the truth and the facts of the situation, then you shouldn't be in this genre. You need to go over to Karama or something.
All right. So what would your questions be?
Okay. So my questions are, sorry, that triggered me.
That's okay. Sorry.
Okay. So my first question is, when exactly did she obtain guardianship? Like, was it this year? Was it recent?
I have to, I
do you know? Okay.
Yeah, I have to.
This year.
Yeah, but it was, okay. Yeah, but we can't say the reason.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it was, what month was it? Fuck.
I'm not sure the month, but it was this year.
Why do I want to say March for some reason? I will double check on that. But yes, you are right. This year.
Did she like do it on her own, or did she have an attorney? Because I know with guardianship, you can do it either way.
I'm not sure on that one.
I know I've answered that before.
I did all of mine on my own.
Yeah, I believe that it was done. Actually, no, not I believe. Billy told me, and I don't know if I shared that in a text. I have to go back through like 2 weeks of nonstop texting.
Now, does it actually say? Because I can show you.
She was on her own. Well, Billy told me that it was not like ever a court ordered deal of why that happened. It was
I understand.
In-house situation.
Okay, so is it? But is it through the court as far as does it actually do paperwork? Where can I show you mine? Can I put mine on the screen? I redacted it.
No, because I don't have to answer that when everyone has already seen that the court.
Cher, can I talk? Can I talk, please?
Yeah.
Fuel, shut the fuck up a minute. Look,
no,
no, Cher, Cher, don't trust her. I'm telling you.
I've had
she's been kicked off every channel. She's just getting information and running and telling everybody else.
I know.
Don't trust this girl. I'm telling you. Shut up! I ain't talking to you, bitch. I've seen you. I've been around. I watch everybody. You've been kicked off every fucking channel you've been on, and you're not going to do this to my sister.
Okay.
You hear me?
I love you. I love you.
Sorry, Cher.
I know. I love you.
She's not going to do this to you.
I love you. Oh my gosh.
Lovely.
No, I have to say though.
I saw that coming.
No, I do. I let me say this is. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. I have to say that. Fuck. I don't think you guys see her react like that much. So but if I'm being fair, I asked, listen, I'm not going to fault her for that. And the reason I'm not going to fault her for that is because that is one of my best friends, my sister by heart. And I know why that happened. she's right.
She's just watching out for you, Cher.
She
That's
lied.
all.
She lied to me right now on panel, and I wasn't going to say that. And also she has been kicked off of many panels because she lies to them and goes around. There was a reason I asked her the question first before she asked questions. I said, "Are you working with specific people?" And she lied to me. I knew it was a lie. I wasn't going to say nothing. Cotton Candy knew I wasn't going to say nothing. But, and as you could tell, I was hesitant in answering, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've answered some of these questions before. If you're watching and you truly care, you'd be watching. I wouldn't have to answer it 100 times. I'm just saying. Anyway, also, I didn't feel comfortable in sharing with that person anyways, because we've been emailing for the last like 24 hours as well. Again, to give fairness to her, why she just snapped, because I want people to understand that didn't just happen. And if you guys know her, you know that does not happen. And anyway, yeah, I didn't trust it because it was a lot of trying to kiss my butt. And you could like, I'd like you on. Can I get grandma on? And nobody was kissing my butt quite as hard as that one right there. I'll just say that. And yes, I know who she's working for. I knew who she's running back. And she slipped up in an email. She said, "I just got off the phone with blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, oh, shit. And I've been lied to a couple times in emails. And I was lied to the minute I let her on panel and let her talk. I was lied to, period. So, and some people are tired of that happening. But anyway.
Well, you gave her a chance, Cher.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay, let's go. Miss Christine and Elizabeth. I am so sorry. Okay. Miss Christine, because you're up next, right beside me there. What
I just wanted to, I know there was a lot of questions about why law enforcement hasn't arrested Leilani or anyone in this case.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot arrest someone just because I know that they have some kind of video proof or video footage of Leilani throwing something in the dumpster. And I know the dogs have hit on certain spots is what they've reported.
Mm-hmm.
But we do not, and they do not know what was discarded into the dumpster. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And if they were to,
Hey, Amanda.
you know, jump the gun and arrest her for not have that kind of evidence, that could be used for a reason to not be able to prosecute or have a falsified, court evidence. And so they have to be very particular and be very careful on what they say and what they do as far as pressing charges, because that could have been anything that she threw in the dumpster. Anything. Could have been throw up, it could have been whatever, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it was a body. So we all just need to be a little more patient with law enforcement and let them do their thing. Mm-hmm. Not everybody agrees with how they're handling stuff, but, you know, fighting and arguing about it isn't going to make it better. So we just got to be patient, trust in the process, and, you know, try to be more supportive. I just, you know, there's no reason for everybody to be upset with different opinions. That's basically what I wanted to say.
Thank you. I totally agree.
Good.
They said I just subbed Cotton Candy Boob. She said what you said. Here's the deal: is if we think that people are going to twist things further to more harm people that don't deserve it, we aren't going to help give any kind of information. I know that there's people going down there. Molly Golightly wants to go down there to pick a fight, to get Leilani to start a fight so that she can be arrested for throwing a punch. And they're like, that won't happen. They might as well save their fucking money right now. That won't happen. Cotton Girl, yes, that woman is freaking messy. Queen Bee, I thought. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I don't think I've been warned about someone so much before, but I was being fair. And the reason I was being fair is because I know people warn about me so goddamn much that I hate to just listen when people are like this person, but it's so many people, and it's people that don't even like each other that are giving the same warning, and that's when I'm like, pay attention. You know what?
Well, here's my thing is it's okay if you don't like somebody. It's all right, but just, for the whole group's sake, just be respectful of each other. If you don't like somebody, it's fine. Not everybody's going to get along. But, when people are being disruptive in chat and on a panel, it's really disrupting not just the person that you dislike, but the whole chat, the whole live. So, just try to be respectful of everybody else, if not just the person that that you don't get along with.
Queen B, please don't trash her in the chat because I watch her. And I think that we feel the same on this case anyway. I'm not sure about all cases. I'm not even sure about everything in this case, but I think from what I've seen, we agree on
And one thing I do
right now.
want to say is that you can get more with sugar than you are going to get with vinegar.
That's been proven.
That's for sure.
We're not bashing on windows and shit. And to be completely honest, I did ask. I lied. I've only actually been asked one thing from this family, which was today. And it wasn't even to do because they were worried about themselves. They were worried about the guy driving the camper. They did say, and to be honest, that's probably a video Leilani would not want out. Right? Because she's sweeping. Oh my God, did she have a smile on her face? But he put that video up and people were like, she's out there sweeping.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God, how stupid. Like, what is she supposed to do? Just sit on the floor and just cry constantly for weeks? She can't go and
because again,
clean up.
We don't know the whole story, folks, or her entire involvement or what she may not be involved in. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know the entire situation. And if it's been put out there by law that she is the only suspect, please show me that, because that's not what I've heard. It's not what I've seen.
I think they've said she's the main suspect.
Primary. Because they said it in the chat 100 times. I've said this 100 times tonight already, but they keep
and I might have
saying
been one of them that also said only, but I didn't mean only. Yeah, I meant main or primary for sure. That means that there could be other suspects as well.
Yeah, and that could have been a tactic for law enforcement too, to try and make someone like, for example, Danny, relax a little bit. Think, okay, well, they're not looking at me. I can kind of calm down a bit.
Right.
But we'll hopefully find out soon.
A prime suspect, meaning prime suspect is the person believed by law enforcement officers to have most likely perpetrated a crime being investigated. Generally, when a person is considered to be a prime suspect, there is evidence or motive that leads officers to believe that person may have committed a crime. So again, that's not only. So let me do a quick search here. Difference between prime and like only.
Well, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Well, I just want you should be right, but people aren't getting it.
Well, lots of people are saying that law enforcement said specifically only suspect.
Okay, well, we will replay that in a little bit after okay, let's get back. Okay, questions.
Sorry. See where law enforcement said.
Here's what I would think would be interesting is to see if FBI is going to rebuttal
anything.
Yes. And especially with them saying that, Leilani didn't say that she didn't remember. That was the FBI saying that. So I wonder if they're going to rebuttal with that on Monday or Tuesday with a news update. Because that's a big thing. That's a big thing to say.
Yeah.
Especially if she is the primary suspect. They're saying that the FBI is telling them that.
Now they said the sole suspect? Where? What?
Yeah.
This is getting crazy now.
See, that's what I thought. I thought I read in one of those reports that they said it made it sound like she was the only You know what? I don't even think I read it. I think one of the reporters said it on one of the news channels.
I know the recent news broadcast that we just watched about the arrest, they said prime in
suspect
that broadcast, but I don't know. I've never seen when law enforcement said anything about the dumpster, anything about dogs. I've never seen that video.
Well, yeah, I have, but again, that they said prime. They did not say only suspect.
I do believe there is something. There is one of the reporters did say it, word it that way. Maybe they didn't mean to. I'm not sure.
Well, they word things all the time. Look they called Summer Wells like 10 different names before, so they get shit wrong too.
Yes.
Yeah, well, they're
and not even on purpose. Yeah, and they have to try. I'm sorry, but the news, the media, clickbait people too. So it could have been to get people to click or something. Like they do little things like that.
That's true.
Or, or they're used, maybe they were asked to say things because the media is used by law enforcement to. I had a conversation in email today with, I called a news reporter a douche on like Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Well, Brett, somebody. I can't even, it's his last name. Anyways, with one of the channels there. And I did, and he was like, thanks for calling me douche. And I was like, fuck, I wish I didn't do that. So I did. I apologized, but I was straight up with him and I said, I don't feel the media is showing like all of the sides. I think that I specifically said that what I'm seeing on the media, what I'm seeing on the media is not what I'm witnessing or seeing behind the scenes. And I think the media is like making this look worse. And I specifically said that. But yeah, he called me out for calling him a douche, and I had to apologize because I was caught up. I don't want to call, even if I don't agree with what's being done, I don't want to disrespect another journalist. I don't know what you call me, whatever I am. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I just so I didn't. I was like, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't have called you that. And so that was. I'm sorry, but I don't think the media is painting how it should be. So it was interesting that today, that I think it was that channel, that they are posting about the protests and stuff. Where like in Summers, I kind of felt like they were trying to hide. Where they were kind of, doesn't it seem like in Summer Wells, they almost were trying to make the Wells look better in the media than what was really going on? It was like the YouTube who showed the full spectrum and picture.
I agree with that. And I will say this, everybody threw a fit about, law enforcement taking a break through the weekend, last weekend. And then that they weren't really taking a break. And this is what Daisy and I were talking about, was that they actually had to prep that site. You can't have people in the landfill wandering around when you have big, heavy equipment working throughout the weekend trying to make, get the piles in ready and get the plating ready for the sorting. They were doing things over the weekend. They weren't just, twiddling their thumbs. You've got to prep first. That's why they started immediately on Monday, is because the prep work was being done on the weekend. So there are things going on behind the scenes. Like I said, we just need to be patient with them and be more supportive. And I think YouTube, if law enforcement was what would be, think about it a little better. I don't want to say I want to use certain words. They would use YouTube creators to their advantage and not look at us like we are the enemy or against. They could actually, we have the ability to be able to speak to and ask questions that they are not privy to do because of having to uphold the law. And we don't have that. We don't have that restriction. We can say and interview whoever and whomever we want to. They could use that for their benefit, instead of like Ronnie Lawson, wanting to butt heads against us. And now look where it's got him. So, if they were smart, I hate to say use the word smart, but You could use some YouTubers and creators. You guys are getting daggone good interviews and good information, more than what any FBI or reporter would be able to get, because, you know, you're just an average person. People let their hair down. I don't know. I just think that if you work together, you can get more done.
Yeah, because some of us don't twist shit. Like we
Yeah.
put it out there
Mm.
how they want it out there.
Right. And I'm sorry, who's down there below me? Did they wanna
Elizabeth,
say
I was
something?
just about to say, Elizabeth, just jump in where you can get in there, hon, because we just gab.
Need no
Mhm.
cotton candy boobs over here going off on me.
No.
I don't want to interrupt anybody. But I am new to YouTube, and I did want to say thank you for listening to these people. I know in the public opinion, people are really upset. It feels like to me, not being in the YouTube community and things to that nature, a lot of it had to do with the assumption that the courts and child protective services had already given Billie Joe custody of the children because of some type of abuse or neglect that maybe Leilani had already been charged with. And getting, you speaking with the family and it coming out that that was not the case, that it was something done, on the family's terms, that brings a different light and a different aspect. Nobody can blame any parent for wanting their child to do well, to do better. And I just have to thank you for taking the time to, interact with them and getting that information out and, letting them tell a little bit of their side of the story. Like you said, you've got to listen to all sides. And that's a big piece that I feel like a lot of people are not getting, that there's not this long history of child abuse or neglect on these children that, everybody in the household was hiding or covering up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I've seen pictures of Quinton. And again, I've seen many pictures, but we can't talk about anyone but Quinton. I've seen pictures though, and I've seen pictures where people
We're claiming it was black eyes or bruises or,
and
but just to think
yeah.
that the state has not, charged them and took, proved her to be an unfit mother and gave the custody to Billie Joe. I'm not saying she didn't have a responsibility to look out for the kids since they were in her custody. However, to know that that aspect isn't there, it's, it's a big deal to give Billie Joe a little bit of breathing room, It
Hey,
makes
Cher, did you ask Billie Joe why she served Leilani with eviction papers?
Yeah. Yep. And I think she shared that. Were we on Alex's? She said she really wanted to light a fire under their ass because anytime that they got a little bit of money, they were spending it on things they shouldn't be spending it on. And it was kind of ticking her off since she was going on the road for weeks at a time to work, to buy clothes for everybody, food for everybody, a house for everybody, like all of these things, right? To do for everybody, for her family. And
did she say why she included the kids in that?
The kids were not included. She wanted only Danny and Leilani out. I know how that's written, but it's not. If you read it again, it's not. She says her and her boyfriend and her kids have damaged my house, but the kids, if you remember, Billie actually just gained, and again, I don't want to keep, Billie had just got custody, or not custody, there was child support, okay? And if the child wasn't going to live there, there wouldn't have been a child support. That's all I'll say. Because again, I want to be careful with talking about siblings. No, it's okay.
If I ask you something you don't want to answer,
I know people talk about the siblings, but we're not saying names, but I also don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to do better myself. It's not you guys. It's just I'm trying to be careful because, there is loved ones that are being very cautious. And like I said, there was 2 slip-ups and they said, like, can you trust her? And that's a fair question. I'm like, that was an accident. So I want to do better.
So
Okay.
I know that the other night they had said that Danny had possibly not passed his polygraph test. I was curious if they were able themselves to go in and verify that he was actually at work when he said he was, and things to that nature, or
Good
is that
question.
the investigators are trying to keep the family out of as well?
Very good question.
That they did kind of answer, and I again want to be careful what I'm answering. I do have the answer for that specifically. What can I say? They are keeping her out of it, but they have also answered some questions. Danny's not being honest. How about that? Is that okay? Is that
Yes.
Yep, that's good.
okay? And when she wants to know further on what that specifically means, they obviously tell her we can't give you that. So yeah,
we get it. Yep, that's good.
Good deal. That's
Yeah.
and I hope that Leilani wrote that thing and her stepbrother read it.
She did write that.
And I sure hope that gets out and people know that obviously this is hard. You're not just going to turn your back on your child and completely disown them forever. Even in a situation like this, a lot of people don't understand it unless you actually take the time to put yourself in that parent's shoes. That if it is proven that she has done something, it seems like the family is 100% in on making her be accountable for that. They obviously want to protect her in a sense. They don't want her to go down by herself if she's not the only one. But I think you have to stand up and be there for your family when like this happens. You don't have to cover and lie and things to that nature for them, but to be there. That's ludicrous that people want to demonize them for that.
Yeah.
I think the information you're bringing, even though it's bringing you hate and heat right now, it's better than the rumors and the repeat and rinse and repeat again. So thank you.
All I can do is ask for people to trust that I've seen things, I have things I can one day show. I have to be respectful. I made an agreement. It's hard when it is definitely hard not to try and fuck it up because clearly I don't want to put anything out because I've been told things, I've been shown things, but it's obviously an open investigation. So I have to be careful on all levels, the siblings, the FBI stuff.
And all of this that you've obtained has been turned in, right? All the information that you've obtained.
I think she said the family is working with law
Yeah.
enforcement.
Oh, yeah.
I would say.
I'll be honest with you, and I was on the phone, on the emails with the agents, a lot. Law enforcement, Hawkins County, a lot.
I just wanted to clear that up because I just, I read chat. Sometimes I say stuff in chat. Sometimes I just kind of watch. But I'm asking these certain questions just because
I'm going to turn my camera on. I'm going to turn my camera on because the people that know me know that I do not have a good poker face, right? I am turning my camera on for y'all to see this. I have not been given any information, and from what I have seen of conversations, what I have seen, okay, between her and I'll just say law. I have not had anything that I feel as though that I needed to give them because I know that inside that household, outside that household, in my opinion, from what I have vetted, seen, witnessed, they are cooperating. They're doing what they are told by the law, and they are all cooperating. But y'all just can't see that yet.
That's good. That's good to know. That's good for the public to know. That will alleviate some of the questions that people have. No poker face, huh?
No. No, and I would say it, and I would honestly tell her, and I promise you guys there is going to be a day, because we've talked about it, where and it's not my story to tell. Is another thing is, I have, for the people that want to hate me for it, there's a reason why I took this case, right? And oh, the protesters are gone early tonight. Woo, woo. Okay. What was I saying now? Sorry.
There's a reason why you took this case, you said.
There's a reason why I took this case, and I honestly think that it's just not a fair situation that's happening right now. I get the anger. They all understand the anger. But if people truly listen to what they are all saying, including today, it was a phone call, probably 4 different people of loved ones, friends that I got passed around on the phone today, that they all kind of feel the same way. And again, you don't hear any of them not include Leilani.
So
But
in
they
your
all
opinion, Sarah,
want to
can
make
you
damn sure it's not just Leilani. Or what did Leilani do? Let's take it back to the Chris Watts case, where they told Chris Watts, it doesn't matter if you killed 1, 2, or 5 people, you're going away for life. Bullshit. It does matter if he killed 1, 3, or 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does matter, because if he killed 1 and there's 2 more people dead, who killed the other 2?
Right. There's an accomplice.
You know what I mean? So I don't understand people that don't see the bigger picture or want to, because I don't know why people don't give a shit what Leilani has to say. I do. No matter what her charge is, I want to hear Leilani's story. And I don't want to be the one to tell Billie's story. I want them to be able to have their moment when it's time to tell their story, and it wasn't all said through Cher. So I'm trying to also be respectful of that, because I'm going to tell you right now, they all got one hell of a story to share. And I don't care who gets in trouble for what. I want to hear them.
I think everybody, doesn't matter what side you're on, I think everyone would agree with that.
Yep, and you're doing a great job bringing it to the public, Cher. Thank you for being an outlet, for letting them speak their truth. And when it's said and done, the chips will fall where they may, and I'm sure justice will be served for little Quinton. And there'll be, irregardless of what happens through the justice system, this family has had a huge loss. That baby is just it's heartbreaking. It's hard to think anybody, would intentionally hurt somebody. And I couldn't imagine being on the family side of it. And I wanted to say thank you for getting it out there and shedding light on the situation. And I hope they can stay strong through it, and things will hopefully calm down for them. And again, thank you. I'll be watching.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I just got one more question, and then I know then I'll jump down. Can you, in your opinion, say what you feel the direction this case is going to go in just your opinion?
Yeah, sure. I think that I do think Leilani is going to get in trouble. My opinion, I think that I feel as though this
is just opinion, you guys. This is not a fact. This is just opinion.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, this is not a fact. It is my opinion today, with the 2 weeks of doing what I've been doing, that Leilani is certainly culpable in some way, but I think Danny has a bigger hand in this. But I'm 50% on that, and I'm 50% on Leilani. Like, I think that they're both involved in some way there.
Yes, because the fact is there is a child that's no longer around. And that's just the bottom line, right?
Right. I just want to say that the protesters left early, I think, because they're afraid of getting arrested.
Yeah. I think that one girl still was in jail. The one that was arrested late last night. I think she didn't get to bail out. I think she stayed in jail. Yeah. And one more thing. Did you get to see Danny's did you know he wrote music?
Yes. Yeah,
Did you get to listen to any of his lyrics?
I sure did. Which one? Cases? Or
Mm-hmm.
If You Die, or whatever it was called, or
The
something.
one with
Yeah,
the
it's
children going missing and the
Mhm.
catfish eat them and something their bones. Did you all in chat? Did you all hear his lyrics and his music? Because that's and that was actually published a year ago. So, I mean, this is not talking about currently. This is that song was a year ago, written and published a year ago. And it talks about missing children being thrown into a river and the catfish eating their body.
Wow.
Trigger warning. Yes. I don't know if anybody's listened to his music or not, but yeah, that's what one of them said.
Let's pull it
Did
up.
you know that, Cher?
Yeah, I did. I didn't know about that one, but I knew about, I listened to one. I thought it was horrible. I shot it over to Benny because, Benny and his rapping, and I was like, dude, what is this shit? Let's
take a listen to that one.
If he would like to copyright strike me, he sure can. Let's see this
Dude,
one.
He won't. He's not going to. Let me see.
So you're working with this footage of a running horse, but what's next? Don't you want to go bigger than better and make...
Sorry, what's this say?
Could not believe those lyrics. I thought, what is this?
Which song was it? I don't remember. Can't I Live?
Look.
Oh, he put the one. Dispensary, Can't I Live?
Oh, is this one? Where's it? Once I find it, I'll tell you where to look.
Oh,
I was very shocked. Let's see, is this it? Yeah, it's Where what does it say? Where am I? Where am I?
Okay, so yeah, he's got a few songs. Yeah, because I'd not seen the ones I saw. Maybe it's on this one. Because one's called Cases. Okay, what was the other one?
It's Where Am I? Has
Where
that lyric.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, it has that lyric?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
what do you think about that?
Wow, that's...
Does that not blow your mind or what?
Yeah, I want to find that case.
Go back to it and look and see when he put it out. His first high quality. You'll see the date.
When was the first one? February?
Do you see it? The where I am? That's the lyrics. That is haunting to me.
Mm-hmm. I think there was something in this one too.
Children go missing and they never make it home.
Yep.
They're in the river where the catfish eats their bones.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck? Who writes something like that? I'm going to marry this bee in Tennessee. What?
He's a rapper.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've listened to a lot of rappers, and none of them ever said that. Never.
No, why would he make that a lyric? That's crazy. And yeah, a year later, or less than a year later.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Let's hear this. This is horrible.
Rapper, but
no, he is not.
Yeah.
That is some good auto tune.
Yeah, exactly. But those lyrics to me are just
which
that's telling. I don't know. But I mean, that was written a little bit under a year before this.
What was it called again? Which one was it?
I Am.
Where did I find that?
I think it's Where I Am.
Is it this one?
Imagine they had art grid stock footage in the 60s.
Okay, guys, how
What
Yeah, here we go. Let's hear it again.
I was gonna say, wow.
I was wondering what that sound was in the back of his beats.
Yeah.
He is using beat samples that he isn't paying for. So they're
Oh.
running the thing in the background so that when you use it, you hear it, and if you pay for it, that's not in the background. You know what I'm saying? He's using like sample beats and not even paying for the beat.
Oh my
That's what I
God.
think. I have to ask Benny on that, but I think that's what that is.
Oh my Lord. Come on, dude. Yeah, you guys listen to the lyrics. See,
Oh, thank you, Janice.
I like to, you know, I
Deets
wanted to
on.
answer questions, but I also wanted to give you something too for
Thank
answering.
you. Yeah, because I didn't see this song. Deets on the Streets has a video that has the lyrics on the screen for this song, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
The heck is that? You
Right.
all, did you hear that? Did you hear it? Did you all hear it? People go a-missing. The catfish in the river eat their bodies and digest their bones. Children go a-missing. They never come home. What? Who writes that?
And I didn't even, I got rid of it and I didn't even look at the date again, but it's somewhat less than a year ago. So
exactly. And now look. And to me, I think the FBI should really look at that. That's just my opinion.
You highly doubt the FBI is dissecting Danny's music lyrics?
I have no
If they
idea.
are not, that's not a good job.
Exactly. Because that is crazy.
Why would they not matter, dumbass? And if you actually think I cared about the beats just because I made an observation, like the fuck, y'all got to figure out a new way to troll me because it's getting pretty bad.
Are they saying stuff?
Oh, of course they are. When are they never?
Do they not think that that is?
No, nobody cares. They just know that Quinton is a baby and that they know that the news says he's in a landfill and they all just want blood. I'm not kidding. We heard a creator say that they wanted another death from that household.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. They would like to witness Liliana's last breath because she deserves that. We got a protester going there to try and fight Lilani so that she will get arrested, but her husband will get her out of it. Like, at this point, when will people wake up and realize that they are funding vacations for people? Sometimes they get answers, but right now, this case, this is not the way to deal with this case. You can't go in every case treating it the same.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that, okay, so from what we know now, little Quinton could have, maybe, allegedly, who knows, been hurt from abuse. How does it make sense for anybody to go and put abuse on anyone else? I mean, isn't that like counterproductive? I mean, isn't that what you're like going to protest against is violence? I mean, I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend. I mean, I don't understand why you would go somewhere and protesting is fine, but to be violent about it, isn't that everything that you're going there to protest against? I mean, I don't know.
I just got an email, y'all. Are you a registered qualified life coach, lady? I need to know ASAP.
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the qualifications that I need for my area, which is life, bitch.
I mean, I'm not saying that they shouldn't protest. No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is to go down there and want to be violent is totally what you're going down there to protest against. How is that?
Yes.
I don't understand how that's
They
gonna
contradict
make anything better.
themselves so much because they say, we're not for what these guys are doing. They aren't protesting right. But, oh, we're going to book everybody out. We're going to pay everybody's bills. Like, come on down here. So which is it? You're backing them and paying for what they've done, which is backing them, or you're not supporting that. Paying
Yeah.
for to get out of jail and shit in their court fees. Like, I'm sorry, she said that. We will pay for it. No. And again, like I was saying before, when will people wake up? Because you cannot tell me that they've gotten more answers with the bullshit they're doing outside there than we have all gotten here as a community online by being patient, by being open, and by wanting and willing to hear all sides.
Right. And I want to hear what Leilani has to say. I do. I want to hear what Danny has to say. I want to hear what Danny's mom has to say.
Yeah, I think it all matters.
It does matter. And being hateful to people is not going to get you that interview. I'm sorry, it's just not.
I don't think they're going to get reactions that they are looking for. They are being very, very careful. Even with me, they're being careful. If I make a mistake, they let me know. We are watching this. Are you trying to fuck us over further? Or and can you blame them because they have 100 people warning them about me? They clearly, you know what I mean? I could go have her go through my conversation with Dawn if she wants to, but yeah, I did make a mistake twice, but Billie was like, no, that was a mistake. But yeah, there's family that's very, very concerned about this getting worse and worse, and how you cannot blame them for that, because I have not seen a case since I've been on YouTube where something like what's happening now outside of the Billies has happened. I've seen the protesting, but Candace Bly, Grandis Bly, Jody Sue, Tim Mullins, they have not even gotten this wrath.
Yeah, that's true.
Brian Laundrie's parents didn't even get it this bad, and they did freaking help his son cover shit. And I'm sorry, people are they're comparing them to the Brian Laundrie family, and I am not witnessing that either. People are saying they're helping their daughter, they're covering their daughter. It's another Brian Laundrie situation. Again, that's not what I'm witnessing. And if you guys are hearing that from what I am helping bring out, I don't know how else. I don't know what to do with those people, because everything I'm hearing is they are not trying to just take the focus all off of Leilani. They just want what's fair, and they want the other person that was around Quinton to be looked at.
Right.
The other person that has lied, the other person who, yeah. Yep.
We just heard his lyrics, y'all. Did you hear him?
And I asked Billie today. Yep, I asked Billie today, how long have they been dating, And she said, I think a year. So he started writing he wrote those music. That song was written less than a year ago, and they've only been together for a year, and Quinton's gone.
Yeah.
So
right. If that's not sus, I don't know what is.
And people can come for me all they want. I also think that I do think that people are being too light on the babysitter, because let's not forget now, and I talked to the other babysitters. This babysitter now that's all over the media and trying to be relevant, and anytime the news comes on, she's on Facebook Live, and I know that she's like, you can't tell me she hasn't been trying to smear Billie. She has. And that's why I kind of went so hard for her, because I was like, well, that's not fucking right. Because I know that there's certain things. She's like, well, why isn't Billie doing this? I'm doing this. I'm posting Quentin. Why isn't the family? I know and have witnessed that the family's doing what they're told to do.
Yeah.
So, anyway, she's only the nanny for 9 months.
And I know that like I said, I sometimes listen to chat and I don't say anything. So some people are confused on who filmed Billie Joe with the babysitter scene. And that was the babysitter's underage daughter. It wasn't the setup. Obviously, the grandma was upset and voiced her.
Yeah, she said what she said, and I have a lot of stuff that I was trying not to say tonight too, but Billy said as long as it's not about, you know,
the actions,
the other kids, or yeah, I
Mhm.
can show what that is, but I wanted to be careful because I'm going to tell you that there is a little suspicion on the babysitter because there was a new babysitter coming to be a live-in nanny. And I'm
Oh.
talking like if this would have been done and happened if Billy didn't have to do a couple extra jobs.
Is that
Yeah.
why she said what she said to her?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
See, and that's important. That's important. That is important, you all.
Mhm. She had a key to the house.
And that's another thing that's important.
Mhm. And I don't know. I still question it. I know people are going to come for me. They're going to bash me for continuing to question it. I am not riding on, I'll be honest, I am not riding on the babysitter as much as I think it's Danny and Milani.
Mhm.
But we are not being smart in a true crime community in at least looking in to, was she jealous? Was she obsessed with Quinton a little too much? Was she, did she
Well, I
get the
know that
text not to come and take the baby and go and take him anyways and they were passed out and fucked up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have so many
Mhm.
things I wonder. Was she salty
will
at
the
Billy? Like, I
babysitter
just
talk
don't know.
to you?
What?
Will the babysitter talk to you?
I don't think so, and I haven't tried to be honest, but I don't think so. She did actually email me one day.
Well, try to email her and see what she. Listen, you are an open platform for them to say, for everybody to have a chance to say their side. That's fair.
But she wants the attention. That's what I feel like. Like I'm again, I'll be honest. I have my thoughts that go in my head. I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't. However, that's not the one like I'm dead set on, if that makes sense. But people won't take this part and run with it. They'll just take that I'm done looking at the babysitter and run with that. They won't say that. I don't think that above, the other two.
Yeah.
But it's a thought, an opinion I have because I know all of these other things.
Yeah. And see, and that's things that we don't know. So
Like, can I ask you guys, if you loved Quinton so much within 2 weeks, if you had some of his toys and belongings, I'm wondering, would you guys wanting to be hanging on to that stuff if you were not asked for it back, or would you put it in garbage bags and go throw it on the lawn?
No, I'd be hanging on to it.
That's how I felt.
My boys went into the Air Force, and it took me and my husband 2 years to even do anything different to their rooms.
I will say that, it can be looked at. Yes, that's nice. She returned the belongings. Okay, maybe Billy Joe paid for it and she just wanted to give it back. I don't know. I did she sent me the pictures, and yes, that's what happened. She garbage bagged everything up and brought all of the Quinton's toys and that back, and the pack and play and everything, the chair they sat in, the toys, like everything that was Quinton's and theirs was in garbage bags this morning when they woke up.
Did they ask for those things back, the family?
No.
They didn't?
I will have to ask that, but no, they're busy right now. So, but I don't believe so because it seemed like it was a surprise this morning, if you will.
Do you think that she did that because of
it could be something nice? I'll give that. I know people won't listen to this part or clip this part. It could have been just as simple as she just wants to give it back. It wasn't her stuff, maybe.
Right.
But
That's what
I thought about it and I was like, I honestly probably would have wanted to, like, if I probably would have honestly wanted to selfishly keep at least something. Probably.
Maybe
like,
she did, though.
Maybe she did. You're right. Yeah, I'll be fair. Maybe she did. I just was a little shocked by it. And maybe I don't even fully know why. I was like, whoa, I guess I just wasn't expecting that.
Well, maybe she was just being respectful, like,
She
so
might
they
have
wouldn't
been.
have to ask it back, for them to have to ask.
She might have been. I'll be fair with that. She might have been.
Yeah. Because I mean, honestly, if that was happening, I probably would give whatever back too, because I would think, well, maybe they want this because they're going to cherish it. It's his stuff, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm. It could be no one. It really could be. But as far as I know today, she's not cleared. I don't know. So again, I don't think it's rude for people to wonder and question when I know she's either been or still currently being investigated. So
do you know if she gave the key back?
I will ask that in the morning. Let me actually write that down.
Yeah, but that's important to know.
Yeah, let me write that on for tomorrow. What was it? Did she give the key back?
Yeah. See, because I'm a nosy bee, and I always question.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, I do think those lyrics on Danny's songs. Now, I've listened to pretty much all of them, and none of them struck me like that.
Yeah, I definitely did not see that one when I was listening to it.
And that to me screams, look, you need to look at me as a little deeper. So all the sleuths out there, you heard those lyrics, did you not?
What makes me think it's mom and grandma is for them to go party while that baby is still missing. I know how that looked, but that isn't.
So what were they actually doing? Are you allowed to say?
Okay, with the protesters going on, they were texting with law enforcement saying and there was a lot of police calls. Like it was a lot going on. I did see where they said, like, do you have anywhere you can go? A friend's house? Do you have anything? Like, can you go somewhere to take a breath from this? That it was about the protesting. Also, a little bit hard for everybody to be under that roof right now.
Right.
If that makes sense. And also, I think that I want to be careful how I say this, but I do think that it's a little bit, because I try to put myself in that situation of a mom. She's very openly said, my daughter might be involved with this. My daughter might be the only one involved with this. Maybe she's only 50% involved with this, 25%. She's somehow probably involved with this, and I'm going to lose my daughter like I've lost my son. Is it a little bit of them being told to go take a breath? Yeah, I think it's a lot of things that were mixed in that time, but I can also say that the friends that got up on the camera into the protester's face were also saying, can't you come out and eat? Like, you're our friend too. And as much as we want to know things, people close to them also want to know what the hell is going on. And, come take a breath. And they're like, you shouldn't be seen with, Billie's like, you shouldn't be seen with me right now. Like, and they're like, what? You are our friend for how many years? Like, can't you go get a bite to eat? That mixed with the protesting and that, yes, I can tell you, I saw with my own two eyes that they were told to catch a breath. They
were given the okay to go.
It wasn't supposed to be what it was. I'll say that. Billie has admitted, you guys all heard it, like you've seen it. She has admitted that was not a good idea. At the same time, you have to understand that they are not used to all of this attention or everybody watching every move.
Yeah.
So and it might not, it's not an excuse for anyone in here, probably is not a good enough excuse, but that is the situation.
So they weren't trying to party and they weren't trying to flee.
You can lockdown who? Which lockdown? That April lockdown? I've just, you know what? I've given her like at least 24, 48 hours to talk her shit. I'm done with her. Oh, just someone who's being a
Mm,
troll.
So
Lockdown with April or something, whatever the fuck her name is.
so that they weren't trying to flee, and they weren't trying to
Nope.
they weren't trying to elude the police. They were
Nope.
just trying to catch a break, which was recommended by the law enforcement. Is that right?
Yes,
Was
but because of all of the protesting going on, as well as there is very high tensions inside that house, and then you add the protesting, and there's other things I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I am dying and chomping at the bit to show and say. And I, because I know things about, yeah, I know things about that, like what we all saw on the news, and like I know. I can't wait for one day to be able to show you guys some more stuff. That's all. And when you guys truly know the bigger pictures of these situations that are playing out in the media, you're gonna be like, oh my God. I know it. I just know it. Like, I know right now I can take some of the heat off of this, and I can't. And if you don't think that drives me crazy to basically come on here and say, I got shit to tell you, but I can't really tell you everything, and I can't really show you everything. But at the same time,
the family's wishes that you can't? Or
it's
is it
it's an agreement that I made verbally, and it's also I don't want to get anyone in trouble for showing me things maybe shouldn't be shown. Yeah, even though I'm not showing it, so I don't want to get anyone else in any more trouble because I've been trusted with information. So I don't want to fuck it up.
Well, and if you give your word, you have to stay with that.
Yep.
I mean, that's if you were to flip-flop on that, then you'd be known as someone who you can't be trusted. So but someday you could hopefully you'll be able to do that with us.
Yeah, because it drives me nuts because I'm dying. Like, I want people to see that this is not a Wells situation. I want people to see that. I want people to see that because I know many people know me from the Wells thing, and they saw what happened in the Wells thing. But at the same time, if you truly watch the Wells thing, I didn't do anything wrong. I stand by everything I did, and they fucking knew everything I was doing. Nothing was a shock. They kept talking to me. They knew. Don knew every time I reported because he called me and screamed at me. That means Don was told who reported what. Just saying. I didn't turn on Don Wells or Candace. Don Wells knew my thoughts and feelings. I have portrayed almost our whole conversations. Like, I never, when Don was wrong, when Don was a liar, I told him that. A lot of you witnessed everything, but people won't. They'll be like, I saw a clip of Cher did this, and Cher's two-faced. There is a day coming where everyone is going to see. People are just going to have to give me a lashing for now. I'm going to have to somewhat take it, even though it's pissing me off, and maybe that's not fair. But I'm just tired of people that just want to be assholes in chats, not listen, not wait, because I feel like this is a cycle that I've been in for 3 years, and that I always prove what I have, whether it's, yeah, that's why I'm not going to go back on my word, no matter who my word is to, because that's the only way people know to trust me in the future too, is by keeping my word.
Yep. And honestly, and this is just my opinion, and I'm sure people are going to disagree with me, is I don't call it being two-faced. So when a case
I don't
is
either.
started, yeah, when a case gets started, and I'm going to be honest, I was on the Don and Candace train is innocent, and we need to support this family. But the more and more things started coming out, I may have changed my opinion. It's okay to change your opinion. But when you give somebody your word that you're not going to say anything, you have to stick with that. You have to. And I've told my children that. I live by that. And that is integrity. Even though you want to say something to somebody, if you've given your word to the first person, that's who you have to stay with.
Yeah.
And take time.
Because I want you guys to know, maybe there's another case where I can't show everything. And I want people to know, like, you can trust me. If I say I have something, I have it. If I say I'm going to show something, I'm going to show it. I know that people think like I helped the Wells too much, but again, if you go through our conversations, I really wasn't. But there was a little bit of time where I actually don't feel bad. I would still help Don and Candace get a lawyer today. Why? That's their human right.
Yeah.
You know,
Do
so
you think there's going to be a resolution to that case?
I go back and forth all the time. It drives me bonkers. I still have faith for it, but I also, I think there'll be resolution to Quinton long
You think
before summer.
for that? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say that. I think that, yeah, I that's my feeling.
Hmm.
Do you think that Billie Joe was right when leaving the kids with Alani, even though she had custody and wasn't supposed to leave them? With what I've been shown, what I've been told by multiple different loved ones, family members, her, yeah, I can see why she did that. I can still see why people are angry about that, but from pictures, there was about to be a change. We're talking like within like the change should have happened before this happened to Quinton, but unfortunately, Billie wasn't able to leave different jobs before. So yeah,
so she was looking for to be more home based than going.
Yes. Yes, there was going to be a live-in nanny. Also, Billie was going to have some time at home as well, but there was other things, she had planned to do so that she could make money. And yeah, she wanted a live-in nanny. Not to mention that live-in nanny has been the nanny before and is also a very close friend of the family's and Billie's.
And I think that's important. That is important to know.
Yeah.
Is that she was making those changes. She knew that she had to make those changes. So we're not just out there thinking, well, she's up there, out of town doing her job. She actually she had plans to make them changes. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes. And I think that she thought with the babysitter helping the boyfriend around, and honestly, she
was trying to let her daughter do better.
Yeah, she wanted her daughter to do better like she had to do herself. She's been very open about that. She made mistakes as a mom. She had to fight to be a mom again. She did. She wanted the same for her daughter, and her daughter, in many people's opinions, friends and loved ones of the family, say that they just didn't. No, nobody thought that there was beatings at home going on and stuff like that, or that this would happen. That she felt safe with the kids with Alani for a couple days. Yes, it wasn't even supposed to be a whole couple days. What was that?
Are you allowed to say how she feels now?
What part?
Like regret.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what people are looking to know.
She told me she has all of the what ifs, could haves, should haves. Nobody can, she's got them all in her head. She feels shitty. She has so many wishes. There's a lot. Could have, should have, would have, what ifs. Those are through her head all day, every day. I have listened to her for yesterday and today, crying her eyes out. And when I say, not like Candace, where you can cry for 2 seconds and then you're laughing or cracking a smile. But when I say maybe there's a 30-minute or 40-minute phone conversation and she starts crying and I hear her voice shaking, and even though she's trying to stop crying, you still hear it carry in her voice while she's continuing to talk for a while after. It's not. Can that all be faked? Yeah, maybe. But I don't believe so.
I think that's important for everyone to know too, is the emotions that she's feeling. So that way, because right now it just seems like everybody's out, just, now this is just what I've been reading in the chat that they're just out, gallivanting around, having fun. So there is regret on Grandma's part, and she is
On
very
everything, including some of the things y'all see in the media. She's
very regretful for it. And I think that's a question that a lot of people were wondering is, does she have regret? And so thank you for answering that too. I feel like, as long as we can get some of these questions answered, maybe that will calm everybody's, I guess, theories and trying to paint people as being happy and joyful that this baby is gone, because it's definitely not as it seems. Is that correct?
Can you say that again?
Did we lose you, Cher?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God.
I heard some of it.
I know that people are thinking that, they're out just having a good old time and there's no emotions behind it. And, that Grandma's just, I know there's a lot of people saying, how could she still be, supporting Leilani? But to know that there are emotions behind it, that she does have lots of regret leaving the children with Leilani, I think that's important for the public to know, because, I think all that we see is just what the news is reporting. And, of course, their going out to eat session that they had this past week, it may look like they're just having a good old time, just don't have a care in the world, but that's not really what it is, right? There is regret, there is emotion, there is sorrow, there's lots of things going on that we don't see.
So much, yes. And again, I ask people to look at the different, let's say the Wells and this case. Yes, they've gone on dollies. Yes, they've shown to Bullhorn. You know what I mean? They've done that, but they've been pushed. Like, things have got scary out there, so they kind of got pushed for that. But at the same time, I think they're being very careful, even like with what I'm trying to put out, being careful. But at the same time, I know, like, they all want to tell their story, all of them, Leilani even. But everyone is kind of under some strict rules right now. Everybody.
So are they being careful because Leilani?
Because it's an open investigation.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is because Leilani is a suspect, but she is the prime suspect, but that just means that there is others involved. And as of right now, they have to gather that information from the others. Is that right?
Just checking. What was the last part of that?
I said, is it that it has to be?
Go
ahead. I mean, I don't want you to say anything you don't, but
well,
are they still gathering? Because Leilani is the main suspect. That still means that there is a suspect, right? And they are right now. They don't have the evidence of any other that they know they have to gather for.
Somebody please show me the link where they say she is the only suspect. Again, with this bullshit. Primary suspect. Primary. I have not seen a single news thing, and I've been watching them, where I heard them say only. And if a news anchor slipped up and said only, that's wrong, because the police chief in the press conference said primary. Primary.
Yeah, primary means there's more than one.
Where is this?
Can somebody
Only
send the link
suspect.
to Cher's email?
Somebody's got to send me the link where they are seeing that she is called the only suspect.
Let's give them a minute because I think they'll try to look for it and send it to you. If there is, can we listen to that together?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Okay.
I'm
Somebody
gonna
sent
pull
it
up what
to
I
you?
think. Oh, did they? No, but I'm gonna pull up what I think they're all fucking up.
I mean, this is good. You guys, brainstorming, there's nothing wrong with brainstorming. That's
Right.
how things are solved. That's how we find out information. And, it can be done in a respectful manner. We all have opposing opinions, and that's okay. That's what brainstorming is. That's what they do in big businesses. Any kind of business deal, you brainstorm when you have a
Right.
meeting. Yeah, it's
All right,
okay.
let's
I
see
mean,
here.
it's all right.
Closed caption on. Is this the one everyone's talking about?
Good morning. I'm Chatham County Police Chief Jeff Hadley, and I'm joined today by FBI Senior Supervisory Resident Agent Will Clark from the Savannah office. Chatham County Police Department and FBI entered a new phase in the search for Quinton Simon. A short time ago, we began what will be an extensive search of the waste management landfill located here in Chatham County. As with every step we have taken in this case, the need for this search was based on where the evidence led us. We have spent the last several days preparing and deploying extensive resources to support the search team and the investigators. And I would like to thank, for a moment, Chatham County Sheriff's Office, Sheriff John Wiltshire, Chatham County Emergency Management Agency, Savannah Police Department, Savannah Fire Department, Chatham Emergency Services, and many other agencies that have assisted in getting us prepared to begin our search of the landfill. We know that this is going to be a physically, mentally, and emotionally grueling task for our investigators and team. Yesterday, our team posted this picture of Quinton here on the wall of this operations center as a reminder of who we are searching for and why we continue to work so terribly hard. We want justice for Quinton, just like everybody else, and we want to find his remains so we can give him a proper resting place. Once again, we are indebted to the FBI for their unmatched expertise that they have provided to us since they arrived on scene, less than 3 hours after Quinton was reported missing. Now I'll turn it over to Senior Supervisory Resident Agent, Mr. Clark, who also has a few remarks.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. My name is Will Clark. As the Chief said, I'm the Senior Supervisory Resident Agent of the Savannah and Brunswick offices of the FBI. Throughout our process here, our goal has been to bring Quinton home and to hold anyone responsible for his disappearance accountable. We, along with our law enforcement partners, go into this process with heavy hearts. We did not want to end up at this point, but the evidence has taken us here. We are not just randomly searching this landfill. We have evidence, specific evidence that leads us to this large property. To help in this search, the FBI has brought in specialists from Quantico, Atlanta, as well as all of our personnel here in the greater Savannah area. The FBI's evidence response team, which has experience in landfill searches like this, is heading up part of this operation. At this moment, we have dozens of FBI personnel on scene in support of the Chatham County Police Department. We will have Chatham County and FBI personnel in the landfill each day, conducting a systematic search of the debris. This will be a complex and strenuous effort. Searchers will move through the debris placed on the search deck looking for evidence. Once that debris is cleared, it will be placed on the search deck and then removed and then replaced with another section of material. This will
Again, why they probably need the weekends off.
That's
Give the
right.
workers a break, let them breathe literally because they're in toxins, and clear things off for the new. Yeah, so that makes sense, y'all.
Yeah, and they don't want to miss anything. So if you've got tired workers out there,
Look
you
at him.
know,
He looks like he's holding back tears.
oh yeah, they're trying their best. I really do
Mhm.
believe that.
Mhm.
will not be quick, it will not be easy, and the outcome is uncertain. As the chief said, we want justice for Quinton, and we want to find him a proper resting place.
Mhm.
Again, we share the sorrow felt by millions and promise all of our available resources and expertise to assist Chatham County in finding little Quinton.
Aw.
Oh, he even said little Quinton. See,
Mhm.
that is personalized. He just personalized it to himself.
A few
Mhm.
questions if you'd like.
What makes you think that Quentin is in this landfill?
The evidence has led us to this place at this date and time.
Hmm.
Specific you can tell us?
Nothing I can tell you specifically.
Yeah.
Chief, what date do you think you would come to this landfill? Is this something you knew last Thursday, last Wednesday, last Tuesday, or yesterday, or this morning?
Agent Clark's going to answer any questions about the landfill.
We've been reviewing the evidence throughout the duration of this investigation. We've been following the evidence where it has taken us, and the evidence has taken us to this landfill. The efforts to undertake this landfill search have been several days in the planning. We've brought in experts in landfill searches to guide us to the specific area where we'll be searching. Like I said in my comments before, this is not, we're not searching the whole landfill. We have a specific area where we are looking.
And Agent Clark, in these landfill searches, I know the recovery or the evidence team has done this before. Is this an area that you've now gridded off? There's no more trash coming there, and it's away from anything new that would be coming in?
Yes.
And is that because of where this trash specifically came from?
Yes.
And then for the chief, if you don't mind.
Sure.
You know, we talked to you 2:30 the Wednesday that he went missing. You were so hopeful in this. And your tone's changed. You almost sounded like you were about to choke up there. You must be emotionally drained. You're investigators.
Wow.
Just, can you talk about how hard this case has been?
Yeah, you're trying to get me to cry, I think.
Aw.
See, you guys, you're trying.
You know, we had a meeting yesterday, and to look across the multitude of people that are here and to feel and see their emotions, and but that's coupled with determination and dedication so we can find little Quinton and provide him
He
a proper
even said little Quinton.
It does take its toll. There's a lot of time, energy, and effort that goes into not only the investigation, but the logistics in terms of getting everything we need to be able to provide
Is
the
it
proper
this one that he
resources for the
saw
search
that?
teams
I don't think
and the
so.
investigators, so we can.
I think it's the one that's outside.
Point. There's a large order of magnitude that has been brought to bear here for this, and I'll say it again. I can't thank the FBI enough for all that they have done. They have been tremendous and phenomenal.
And you know, this is obviously is a criminal investigation now. It was a missing person, and there's no way that it's not, right? No one's been charged?
No one has been charged.
Why has no one been charged?
Because we're not ready to charge anyone yet. We still have work to do. We still have an investigation to do, and we are not going to do anything preemptively that would harm future prosecution, that would, where I'm standing before you 6 months from now talking about a flawed investigation or talking about why we did this and why we didn't do that. I believe in our investigators. I believe in the expertise that we brought to bear here. We are tracking in the right direction, but we're only going to do that when we're ready to do that.
Chief, is that because you're
See,
holding
guys, that's important. That is important.
No.
Chief, is this landfill the only place that y'all are going to be searching?
No capital punishment in this
You
case.
mentioned, of course, that this is going to be a large scale, really strenuous operation. Do you guys maybe have a vague idea of how long you think it'll take, or is that just kind of up to what happens out there?
It's kind of up to what happens, but as Agent Clark said, this is not going to be quick. This is not going to happen within a day or so. We are here for the long haul until we determine that we don't need to be here anymore.
Chief, let's back up a little bit in this investigation. One thing that never happened was there was never an Amber Alert sent out. There was never Levi's call sent out. Why was that?
It didn't meet the criteria of an Amber Alert at that time.
Why so?
I'd have to go back and look at the exact criteria, but we didn't have any specific.
Probably because there was no car
Right.
involved. There was no
Right.
vehicle spotted, license plate.
Right.
So I'm going to guess that was the criteria it didn't meet.
Yeah,
That
and
was.
can we pause right there for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
I think that also, I don't know, but this is just my opinion. I think for the Summer Wells case, I think that red truck is a red herring, and I
Me
think
too.
they had to say there's a vehicle in order
Yep.
for her to have an Amber Alert.
I think that also because a red truck, everybody's got a red truck, or it's tied to Joy
Right.
Sue or Ronnie Lawson. But I always thought that because
Did
Don could never
Nolan?
keep his story straight.
Yeah, I think that they had to say there was a vehicle because, as you just heard what he said, it didn't meet the criteria.
Yep.
So in order to meet that criteria,
There
they
had to have
had
been
to
a
say
vehicle
there
that
was
was,
a vehicle.
not
Yep.
Leilani's, but like a stranger's vehicle.
Correct.
A witness seeing that they saw a vehicle with maybe a certain marking or whatever. Yeah. I think that was maybe the only reason that wouldn't qualify,
And
unless
if
they
you
had evidence right away that he was passed, maybe also.
Right. And if you listen to Ronnie Lawson, he says this very vague. He says the person driving the red truck is not a suspect. They just may have seen something. And I'm like, you just said that because that's how you got the Amber Alert, which is fine, whatever. Her name was out there. But yeah, I just wanted to, say my opinion on that part.
Yeah, I've thought that as well. Or the red truck that was stuck in the ditch before all this happened with Summer, and he's just throwing that in there because it happened within, a day or whatever before, or whatever, because Candace says, I don't remember no red truck.
Right, exactly.
Don just kind of made that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's how they qualified for the Amber Alert.
We didn't have a suspect for an abduction. We didn't have a vehicle description or anything
Right.
like that.
There we go.
And Amber Alerts are very prescriptive in terms of when you can issue them, and we didn't have that information at that time.
Yep.
To stand here right now and only how this is someone do that already in the trash.
It's tough, but we understand that it's necessary. This is the work that we do, albeit emotionally draining, albeit tough, albeit difficult. But this is what the community asked of our law enforcement officers.
I want to clarify something, Chief. It was asked a question earlier. Do y'all believe that Quinton was brought here and thrown in the landfill, or thrown in the trash and then ended up in the landfill?
We believe that he was placed in a specific dumpster at a specific location, and it was brought here by regular means of disposal.
That hurts. Oh, that's a dagger in the heart.
She is.
You mentioned the other day that she's a flight risk. Has that changed?
That has not changed.
Hold on.
How hopeful are you?
Of disposal. I can't answer that.
Is Leilani Simon still the only suspect?
She is.
You mentioned the other day.
Oh, well, there it goes.
That is not
What was it?
regular means of disposal. I can't answer that.
Is Leilani Simon still the only suspect?
She is.
You mentioned the other day that
Well,
flight risk. Has that changed?
That has not changed.
the reporter just asked, is Leilani still the only suspect? He said she is. But
I know. They
that
as of now, she is. That's what he's
or
saying.
yeah, that
As
could
of
be
now.
used for media manipulation. I don't know because I also know what I've seen behind the scenes, and but that was maybe after that though. When was that done? When was that?
I think that was this week sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a Monday. Was it Monday or Tuesday?
But then the other one is prime suspect. So which one was done before? We can't believe everything that they are saying on the media. We have to remember that, especially when FBI is involved, they use the media as a tactic, y'all. So I'm going with either I don't care what they say. I still wonder about a second suspect, period.
And you are allowed, Cher, to have your own opinion. You have that right. That's right. And you probably know a little more behind the scenes than us as the public, because we have not spoken to everybody personally, and you have the right to have your own opinion and not be attacked for it.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I will say even the family and loved ones, Michael even said, but last night, I'm not trying to pinpoint everything on Danny. I just want him looked at further.
Yeah, well,
and I
obviously
agree.
those lyrics just the lyrics alone would be an eye opener for me. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. I looked at the lyrics of Tim Mullen's music. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Would you call tomorrow and ask that question to Chatham County LE to clear it up? Yeah, you know what? That is probably a very good idea, just so that I can say, is it the only issue, the prime? Who knows? They might not even answer me now because of me talking with Billy, right? So, but
Oh,
yes,
they'll answer you. I think they'll answer you.
I will see if we can get a confirmation on that, but I don't know if that would honestly change how I think right now. I need a little more to think that it was only Leilani. My opinion.
And they said, if you notice, they said the evidence leads them to. So they have evidence.
Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't Bullhorn Betty coming to town and telling them to look there.
No.
Okay.
No, it definitely wasn't. Sorry, Betty.
Yeah.
I still love her. I still love Betty too.
Well, that's okay.
I
You're
try to
allowed.
be supportive to everybody,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no reason to fight and argue. It really isn't. It's just I like to hear everybody's opinion. I like to hear everybody's theories because you just never know.
You never know. And just because creators don't agree on one case doesn't mean they might not agree on another case, or even just certain aspects of a single case. I don't know.
Exactly.
I've really been trying to get along with everybody of creators and stuff, but some just don't. I think some just love to be so. How do I say it? Some people just have a bigger personality. I guess it's hard to get along with them. That's all.
Yeah, and that's okay. I mean, look at Mother Nature, animals. Sometimes dogs don't get along with all dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Cats don't get along with all cats. Sometimes dogs get along with other cats. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just sometimes you get along with somebody, sometimes you don't. That's just how it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you shouldn't be disliked just because you don't get along with someone. You just got to be respectful. That's the point.
Mm-hmm. Wow, have we been live for over 3 hours? That's crazy.
And here I've been up here. I've taken up all your stuff. Sorry.
No, I like it. I'm actually going to do an open panel tomorrow. So if people want to, I'm going to change the title. I know people are pissed, but again, I put that there may be, I think that the description is pretty on point. I wasn't 100% if there would be a call tonight because like I said, they did kind of say that, they had to be up really early and so that tonight might not work, but they said they might. So that's why it's titled like they might. Also going through text, but I will share what I can. I'm just going to double check in the morning with the family on what I'm going to put on my community posts. I will make it public to all, not just members. So be watching for that tomorrow. Again,
but
just
you
let me
clear up some stuff.
Hopefully I'm able to do a little bit. Hopefully.
Yeah. You did. You cleared up some things and you answered some really good questions that I think everybody was having a big issue with. And you did clear it up as much as you possibly could without harming the trust that you've been evoked with the family. Mm-hmm. And I think that's a good start. Absolutely. I think it's a good life.
Thank you. So I'll do a panel tomorrow. And again, she may call. She did mention sometime next weekend. So possibly then. Again, there's some family like this sister. Everybody is a little bit nervous to come forward because they are afraid of getting the wrath that's going on, and it's not fair. It's not right. So you also have to forgive them if they decide not to. That's
well, maybe
now
that some of the things that you've cleared up a little bit, maybe there won't be such a big of a wrath. Maybe we'll just start listening as a community and just listen to what they have to say, because I think it's important. If you want to hear from Leilani, we have to treat her respectfully. If we want to hear from Danny, we have to treat him respectfully. And if we want to hear from the aunt, we have to treat her respectfully. So maybe when she comes on, the community will just chill out and just listen.
Yeah.
right? Listening is learning. That's what I always tell my kids.
Well, if
Listening
you
is
actually care about
learning.
true crime, like we came into me, I like true crime because I want the bigger picture, right? I started
Oh, yeah.
reaching out to people one day, realizing, oh shit, like I remember this or this or this. Maybe I should reach out to the people and get their story, not just what I'm seeing on the media. Some people don't care. Oh my God, Cher said thank you for Lilani writing a note. You know why? Because Lilani didn't have to warm up at all or do anything.
Right.
And
Exactly.
yeah, I do know that was Lilani. And also, like Lilani is not shy around the phone when I'm on the phone. Let's say that.
And she's, that's good that she was able to trust you enough to answer some of your questions too. So
They all are just
I think they really want the public to know some of their things, but right now it's just not the time.
Yeah, that's exactly on point. Yep.
So we just got to be patient, you guys. We just got to be patient, and let's not jump to conclusions. Let's just see where the evidence leads us, like the police said, and just everybody just calm down.
Y'all,
and
it's really hard when you're
patient.
sitting on a lot of stuff and like you can't, and then you got to be careful when all the information's coming in all day long for days and you're like, shit, okay, you got to watch what you say because of this situation. You got to watch what you say because of this situation. It's hard. So just bear with me. And that's all I ask. And you know what? There's always going to be the haters, but people that actually give a shit about, the bigger picture, listening, learning, the bigger picture, the humans involved, what made this even happen? What makes this situation? If we just say, oh, well, Lonnie and Danny, or just Lonnie, or just Danny, whatever the situation might be, okay, did something in Quinton, they're evil, lock them up.
Right.
What if that's not necessarily what I believe? What if I think that there was some mental stuff, there was some trauma stuff, there was all of these different combinations of things that led to something terrible?
Yeah. Like an accident.
And I do think that the makeup of people matter. I think people's histories matter. I think everybody's story in a situation matters. If me and Miss Christine are, let's say, we get in an argument over something. She has a story, I have a story, and then there's a third story, which is going to be somewhat of what she says, what I say, that's going to be somewhere of the truth, right? Somewhere in the middle, there's the truth of what she says, what I say. So there's 3 stories. Now imagine a house of, let's say, I don't know, 10 people. It's not 10 people, but you know what I mean? How many stories, it all matters. It all, in my opinion, if you ever watch documentaries on, I don't know, what's big right now, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
It's because they're talking about Jeffrey Dahmer's childhood. They're talking about Jeffrey Dahmer's brain. They're talking about what could have affected his brain. You know what I'm saying? Like how does none of this matter? And if you don't think they take into effect psychology of these, let's say, serial killers, even like these bad people, and their childhood, they take in all of that. Why aren't we?
Yeah, all of that matters when you're looking at a serial killer. All of that matters. Absolutely does. And I think it is a very fair thing to ask to be patient. I don't think that's not unreasonable. Right? So we just need to be a little patient with Cher. We need to be patient with the police department. We just all need to just calm down. We're gonna find.
Can
We're
I
gonna
just say, you have other creators asking you out there to bombard the police department and screw the police chief. I with what I have seen, they are doing their job. This is not a Ronnie Lawson situation. This is not a Hawkins County situation. These law enforcement are working hard, and they're being bothered to be out at this house every other hour. And that's crazy.
Well,
They're
and
doing their job. Look at their emotion.
Exactly. They personalize they said little Quentin. That is a personalization. That means that this case is dear to their heart. And may it be that because they maybe have grandkids that age or children that age, they have in their minds already personalized this case because they called him little Quentin. They didn't call him Quentin. They didn't call him his first and last name. They called him little Quentin. That tells me that they are definitely taking this to the heart and they are taking it personal. And it tells me that they definitely want to get to the bottom of it. And like he said, there are no charges yet. And he gave the reason why. They're not ready to charge anybody yet. They want to make sure that when they are ready, that
You
they
don't
have,
want another Casey Anthony.
right.
If, let's say she did this, y'all would be pissed if she walked out of here, if she got sentenced to 3 years
Yeah.
for just lying and neglect and only served 1. Y'all would be pissed about that. So
They'd be
that's
mad at
exactly
the
what they
police.
mean.
Yeah, they'd
That's
be
exactly what
aggravated
they're
with the
talking
police.
about.
Yeah.
You arrest them. Look what they did to Barry Morphew. Arrested him on shit. Now he's out free, even though he deserves to be in prison. But because they don't have the proper charges, this man is now free. Scott Peterson might be walking free. I don't even know anymore. I heard rumors, but yeah, I'm telling you, they are trying to not have a Casey Anthony situation. I think no matter who's involved, they want to make sure that they are doing more than 12 months in prison.
Right. And it's the same as like, and it could be as little as the arresting officer not reading the Miranda's rights. If their Miranda's rights are not read to them at time of arrest, their lawyer can plea that it was a false arrest because they were not given all the information that they needed, that they had the right to be silent. Right?
Yeah. Yep. I think she's not a flight risk. Well, I think
Well, everybody's saying that they don't think she's a flight risk.
She's not.
They
And
wouldn't
let's
say
just
anything.
say, how can I put it? She does not have a passport.
Oh, there you go.
So, and they said they won't, they don't say why, but anyway,
It's probably because they took her passport.
I don't know if they took it or if maybe she just didn't ever have one. So, and if she did try to file for one, she wouldn't get one right now because she's on probation for a felony. Makes sense, y'all? I don't know if that's, I don't know if that's allowed to say that, but I
don't think that's, I think we all pretty much kind of knew that she wasn't going to go anywhere because if she was, she would have already done it.
They knew, like I knew.
And I think that was a question that was asked on one of the news reports. I think that was one of the questions, and he said no.
I was thinking that too. That Cher's husband. Oh, I didn't see what he said. Does she have ankle bracelet on? No, that is a tattoo. That is not an ankle bracelet. It's up way too high.
Oh yeah. Well, and she wouldn't have an ankle bracelet on right now because there's no charges.
Yeah.
The only way you'd get an ankle bracelet if there's been charges.
Supervised probation is what people are probably thinking she's on, but there's all different ways. But no, I was told no, that is not ankle. And plus, I looked at it.
Yeah. Unless she had a charge from something else, which I don't believe she does.
No, just that I don't. No, just the felony one, which is theft. And people can drag her for that all you want. I want to remind that she's young still. She's only 22 right now. So yeah, people do dumb shit when they are in their teens and early 20s. Trust me, I did dumb shit till I was 30. Okay, and I'm 38, and I still do dumb shit. But some of y'all just never will know everything.
Listen, that's what life experiences do. They help you grow.
Yeah. We are not married yet.
Who? You
we
guys?
Yeah, I think they mean us. Yeah, they said you're not married yet. No, we are legally married. No, but Canada actually considers us whatchamacallit anyway.
You're
Yeah,
married in
we're
heart.
married. We're married by heart. That's exactly what we say. And for your business, maybe some people don't want a legal on paper marriage. That means when you do break up, or if you break up, or anything bad happens, even medically or health wise, you kind of get fucked when you're the legal spouse on paper. Also, a marriage license gives the government the right to have judgment on your relationship. And to get, when you honestly look up a marriage license, they get to say so on what happens when you all break up. What the fuck is that about? Common law, exactly, and by heart. So yeah, we will get married one day, and we will have a big celebration, and one day, hopefully soon.
And invite all the YouTubers.
Yep. Well, we'll do it live for sure, but there's definitely some people that will be invited. We want a Vegas like cheap little fun thing, but
Oh, that would be cool.
yeah,
Get
not
married
that it's anyone's real business, but I don't need a actual piece
I
of
think
paper.
people just are interested in you and you guys, and just knowing a little bit about you all. So I think it's cool.
I'll be common law, and I can legally change my last name to his, and there you go. And we will have a wedding celebration anyway, and you will see us dressed up and have a blast and celebrate it. And yes, you'll be invited virtually, in person.
Woohoo! Yay!
Common law is the way. Yeah, common law is the way to go. I'm just saying.
Oh, see, I think that would be fun. A Vegas wedding.
Yeah, that I'm excited for that. The only problem with that is my dad's not allowed to cross borders.
Oh, he's not.
No,
He has to be virtual. You could set him up on a separate screen, virtual, just him.
Yeah. Well, we discussed probably just doing a little something private one day around him where he can actually, like, be involved. Yeah.
Mom.
Like, technically, I'm his only daughter, so he his only child.
You could go right down to the Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
That scares me. Not gonna lie.
Really?
I want to see it, but I'm also afraid of it.
Why?
I don't know, because people get pushed off. People take crazy pictures. I might be tempted to take a crazy picture and fall off.
Oh my goodness.
I have a fear of the Grand Canyon.
You're afraid somebody's going to push you off.
Yeah. Someone's going to follow me there and push me. I know it. Probably Mark.
Oh
No,
my
I'm just kidding.
God. Somebody pop out of the bushes.
Yeah. Do you guys remember
Mr. Cher aside just to get to you?
Do you guys remember? I don't know who all knows Armchair Detective, but I'll never forget because he thinks a lot of weirdos come out of Colorado, right? And one day he says on his show when we were talking about Chris Watts, like I think about this often because it fucking makes me laugh so hard. He was dead serious. He goes, "Ladies, if you ever get married, do not move to Colorado with your husband. He will kill you." I'm like, he was like, "He will kill you." And I'm like, holy shit, Colin. But it's funny, because that's when Barry Morphew and Chris Watts and it was kind of funny.
You're like, Mr. Cher, mark off Colorado.
Yeah, we joke about it sometimes. I'm like, yeah, we're not going to go visit Colorado, right? Because Alan says you'll kill me.
You would like to get out of this alive?
Yes. Yeah. You know what? People will probably joke or drag us for joking about this, but whatever.
Oh,
walk you down the aisle. Exactly, Darzilla. Julia, Zena. All right, guys, I'm going to get off the computer because I'm getting hot.
All right. Well, thanks for having me up, Cher, and thanks for answering my questions. And I hope it kind of gets a little bit easier for you since you've answered some of the questions that I know a lot of people were asking in chat.
There's always 10 more when you answer them. They don't really care. But you know what? Some people are. And it's, again, not about the quality. It's about the quantity. And we're just... No, it's not about the quantity. It's about the quality. Holy shit. That's what I mean. You know they're gonna clip what I just said before that though, and not the oopsie
Well,
part.
you've been on here for 3 hours.
Ah, damn it. Okay. You all know what I mean.
All
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good night.
You also.
All right, thanks. Bye, chat. Love y'all.
All right, guys. Thank you, panel. Cotton Candy Boobs. I still love you, sister, and I do not fault you for what you done because I think she knew that I was gonna be too nice until I probably got fucked. And then that would probably piss off other people. So she was just looking out. Please don't hold that against her. But there was a lot more than what that was tonight. But yeah, that's my girl. So she was just looking out and I appreciate it. And I think there was actually a bunch of people that wanted to do that. But yeah, I am not going to want to do stuff with people that are going to just work with people that are lying and twisting shit. I can't. And if you think that, don't lie to me. Okay? I give everyone a fair chance. Everyone. I give them a fair shot. Do not lie to me. Okay? That's it. Don't lie to me, or I'm not going to be kind to you, and I'm not going to be fair to you because you are a liar, and that wastes my time, and it wastes other people's time. And it could potentially harm people that are already being harmed that shouldn't be, or to the extent that they should be, or however you want to look at it. So don't try and fucking lie to me so you can twist shit to further harm people that I want to actually help. Good night, y'all. Bye. You know, I end these real bad. Mark gave me shit last night.